Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, other things. Welcome to the Fern Bay Bullring V3 for This is CRASHMAAS. Some of you know today is just the 26th day of the 12th month of the calendar year. It is day 360. If this were a leap year, it would be day 361. To some of you, it's Boxing Day. To some of you, I believe it's Kwanzaa. To some of you, it's just a day to recover after engorging yourself upon all sorts of food and family and friends and whatever you do on Christmas Day. It might be the first or second day of Christmas, depending on how you do the 12 days of Christmas. But this is CRASHMAAS, which is race screen events. Let's throw the rules mostly out the window. Let's have a fun day to relieve stress, relieve anger, and just have some fun, do some banger racing. I am Jonathan Palmer, and today with me for CRASHMAAS is Travis Mellinger. Travis, welcome.
Hi there, Jonathan. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. Pete's missed another one, and I'm his chosen victim to stand in for him this year. Hopefully we can make this a three-way commentary next year. But thrilled to be here. Love demo derby racing. Love the clowniness. Love all of the names in the tree. We got 40, I think more than 40 people have connected, but 40 in the timing tower. So a lot of people gunning for the enviable title of This is CRASHMAAS champion.
Yes, Ronnie did upgrade this server for a couple pounds to get 79 connection slots, so 79 people can be loitering in the server waiting for their turn. We're getting ready to start Hotlap qualifying for today's race. Today's combo is the Fern Bay Bullring. It's a bit of a, I'd say, kind of a kidney bean almost shaped course, 99% dirt, grass, gravel, about 70 meters of tarmac at most 2 meters wide. We will start with hot lap qualification. You get 2 hot laps. That is the point of the day which will have the absolute least contact, Travis.
Yeah, but though still plenty of risk for carnage. Even though there's only 1 or 2 cars on track at a time cycling through for hot lap qualifying. The grass is slippery, and we don't do all that much running on, not pavement. So, and these cars, when they hook these barriers, and, with the undulations of the grass, sometimes they want to go over. So I'm going to level with you. I am a little bit hopeful that we see some clowniness even in hot lap qualifying with cars, coming and going over the bumps and the whoops and maybe some contact with the walls. Either way, this, as you said, this part will probably be the most quiet, certainly the least opportunity for contact. But I expect a prelude to the comedy to come later with a few of our qualifiers.
After the qualification, everybody will be assorted into heat races, not more than 8 per heat race. We do as many heat races as we need to whittle down the field. We'll just keep running through heat races till everyone runs through. Then we will have the grand final, 20 laps to set the champion of the 2023. This is CRASHMAAS.
We do have 1 car on track right now, and it is waiting for this to come up here. Wait for it. Well, I'll just have to go look at this myself. Sorry about the black screen there, but we'll get to it in just a second. In the background, we have Augustin in the background on his first run. We'll do this blind and call it nice and clean through the hairpin corner, turn number 3, through this very generously named corner 2. Hardly a corner at all because it is just a kink, and he's a little bit wide through the final corner before he goes across the start-finish line. Not sure that'll be an especially good qualification lap, as we've got Leedy in the background warming up and about to go on circuit. Bear with us for a minute while we work on the issue we're having with cameras right here. There we got a timing tower. We have a timer at the top. Trying to sort out some director issues. We will have pictures going in just a minute. There's a can't see it on the screen, but there's a chat message from Roni who says that tire warming is absolutely okay. Hey, there we go. We got Leedy going over the bump through the kink. There was a call from Roni in chat just as Leedy came through there saying the tire warming absolutely legal. Not that it's especially easy to do on the grass. Suppose you could do a little bit of weaving here on the tarmac on the right, JP, but I don't know that it would do much good.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it'll do much good, and you'll probably lose more heat in the grass than you do. But yeah, Leedy here, Jared Mead, everyone's favorite past champion to harpoon.
Harpoon,
could
lampoon.
could not make it work for 3 on the trot last year, and we'll talk some more about some of his trouble when we get on.
There we go, looking at Taro DSR. I believe this is a different DSR from the DSR that I used to race with. That would have been a team with, well, it was the leader of the team was named LeBaron, but Al Payson's old team before he hooked up with the Fragmaster guys more recently. Don't know if Al Payson is in here today. Some of his Fragmaster teammates definitely running. Onifus just took over from a name that I can't repeat on the broadcast, so I'm sure we'll see more clowny names earlier. Taro just getting through Finnick there. And going backward all by himself. So not going to be a strong lap from the imposter DSR Taro as we pick up Finnick coming through the hairpin way wide there, Deco.
Yeah, Finucane got went before he was released, causing that disturbance to Terho, and then Terho was asking whether it was 1 lap or 2, so somebody apparently didn't completely read the event format.
Well, I think part of the theme here is, well, we're all in clowny, so I think not reading the rules is probably an obligation. Whereas the rest of the year, you definitely want to read the rules and avoid drawing the ire, the attention of the officials. Here, anything goes. I would say anyone who has not read the rules and decided to wing it totally has my respect. Hey, here we go, JP.
Onifus just behind Finucane there. So Finucane will be coming across the line to complete his 2nd lap.
Are they fast enough here for Onifus to pick up a slipstream?
I don't think it's worth it.
We got Finucane out of the way. Onifus nice and tight down to the barrier there, and a pretty clean exit. Middle of the track, just clipped the barrier there. That'll cost him a 10th or so. Good through the hairpin, over the bump, on the power, using the tarmac. This looks pretty clean, JP.
Yep, and just remember, the only privilege that you earn out of having a good qualifying run is you start higher up in each race that you do. There are no bonuses for being the fastest in qualifying, other than you just get to have everybody behind you and they get to pit maneuver you more easily.
I think I would, when I think to running, this reminds me a little bit of running at a lower I rating in iRacing. I think I would rather be at the back and watch everyone kill themselves ahead of me and drive past it than start at the front and have a target on my back.
Yep. Here is Fragmaster's Pantheo for his run. Onifus is currently 3rd with a 21.51. Our current provisional top man is past champion Meany. Twin Cam is our defending champion this year after having very, very, very fantastically dethroned Jared.
And Twin Cam is in the server today to defend his championship with 3 of his teammates. 136 miles per hour, Stiefla and Upsus are all in the server as well. So a contingent of born to race drivers. I believe, let's see, we got 4 born to race among other team representation, 4 MRC drivers, 3 Fragmaster, 2 Gum Garage drivers, Jam. We got great team representation here today in a full server.
Yep, we have Isaac Price, Gabor's here. Looks like Tim DeConner's here, Michael's here.
Ooh, I failed to scroll, JP. 6. There are 6 race green drivers. So race green drivers here stacking the deck, trying to take the race green event in race green colors.
Master Race Cars et al. Is on the course now. Skull and some other sort of nefarious themed livery, looks like.
Yeah, it's a skull and crossbones, the Jolly Roger over a checkered flag. New to me, but I like it. That looks pretty good. And he looks clean, JP. That's a best lap pretty good. A little bit quicker that time. Not at the top, but solidly there in the middle. As I guess, do we? I wasn't.
Yep, Terho's getting a
rerun
rerun since his first run was interfered with.
So what's the punishment for Finn UK going out a little bit early? Does he have to run his heat in reverse, or do we just let that slide?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Brony. Yep. So Terho got his bonus act. Here is Michael with once again his livery offering free candy.
Not suspicious at all.
Did Michael forced to run the electric engine in the XRG today?
I don't think so. I hear engine noises when I'm following his car,
okay,
so he has petrol power, no electric.
He's been talking in the community recently about e-challenge, so we'll have to try and get some information out of him during the day about that. We do have some fine racers in our TeamSpeak, so we may bring some in for a chat every once in a while. We'll post for those in the game. We'll post the TeamSpeak address so that you might join us if you want to have a talk on the broadcast.
And Michael's looking really good here, JP. While we're watching him, Terho went second quick, so apparently from confusion to surprisingly fast. He's right there behind Jared Mead. Michael across the line, 2078 right up there too, using the wall to slow the car down and get out of the way as his teammate Tim McNotter comes flying through himself. No free candy on this car, a rather mundane master race car livery with, I'm going to assume these are some race green inspired highlights for today's event.
Of course, Tim McNotter, creator of the Master Race Car Rallycross Championship, and usually goes quite well with rallycrossing, so this layout should fit him quite well.
Yeah, I would think so. He's looking really good off this corner, right through the kink, and then he'll jump on the brakes, pitch the car sideways around the hairpin. A little wide over the bump, but good power out to the tarmac. Tim McNotter looking pretty good. His first lap, nice and snappy at 2120. They're in the middle of the pack so far. Four-wheel drift over the line here and around the bend. Didn't look like he went any quicker. No, he got up to 2088, so pretty good time for him as we watch Etienne come through.
Yep,
JP.
P4 for him. Here is Etienne for Master Race Car.
A little scruffy through the hairpin and over the bump there.
While we watch this qualifying, Travis, do we want to see if Mr. Jared is listening to TeamSpeak and try and talk to him?
Listening or not, I think we pull him in here and see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it. You know, I think we have to remember that our Canadian friends that take part in this race do it, and they have trudged a lot of snow to get to Fern Bay. So, Jared, are you with us?
Lucky timing, Peter, or whatever your name is. I just put my headset on.
That's JP.
Good.
I forget his name sometimes too.
Just like GT2 Challenge and E-Challenge, you never listen to the race director.
No.
Ooh.
So, Jared, I hear you're having some trouble in Strife because you haven't used your sim rig since the last E-Challenge.
That's correct. The pedal, I'm going to apologize in advance for any random brake checks during these races. They're totally my pedals and not on purpose.
You're still bitter then from being dethroned last year.
Let's just say there is a car with a crown on it, and it annoys me when I see it.
Well, when you see that driver, remember that you need to remember that he's a competitor out there to have fun. He didn't do it on purpose. He was only trying to win. He wasn't trying to upset you. And just imagine, it looks like a Scowen forum post. How will that work? Or don't.
This is CRASHMAAS. It's serious business.
Yeah, it sure is.
Jam 616 just completing another lap with a 21:26. That currently has him sixth. He's on his second lap now. Another frequent rally crosser for Pure Moto.
So, Jared, since you're still here with us, you're a two-time champion. You got to set an early lap, the benchmark so far. So, a couple questions. One, we in the commentary box don't believe that the starting position matters that much. In fact, I myself would rather start further back and let guys with more talent kill themselves while I sweep through. Curious how much it makes a difference to you.
I don't really think it matters that much. I think it's more important. I would rather be on the left-hand side of the grid as opposed to the right-hand side. Front, back, I don't think makes a whole lot of difference.
And then past champion twice. You know your way around here. You know how to win. Who out there looks really strong? Obviously, a couple of the MRC guys at the top. Michael and Tim Donato know their way around Rallycross. Terho looking pretty strong. Fragmaster drivers always really, really good. But who has your number? Who are you looking for out there to be really, really good today?
Well, I mean, the first part of your question is who has my number? Everyone has my number. I am not going to be allowed to win this again. Otherwise, who's fast and who's going to do well? I mean, it's a crapshoot, total crapshoot.
Fair enough.
But
Jared,
mine were all skill.
Of course.
Jared is one of two-time winners of this event, the other being GRT's LRK racer. Jared won 2 years in a row, 2020 and 21, the years that were screwed up because of COVID. Thank you very much, COVID. LRK won in 2016 and 2019. No other two-time winners as yet.
Can you make it? Can you make it a three-time? Can you be a champion 3 times, Jared? Can you avoid the carnage ahead and behind? Can you see the shots being fired at you before they actually hit? Can you make it a third one, or do you think you have no chance here today?
I do believe it's all luck, and I actually think it's probably stacked a little more heavily against me just because I've got the great big target on my back. But I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we wish you the best. Good luck, and we'd be thrilled if anyone came away champion, but it would be really cool to see you do a third one. So good luck out there.
Yep, thank you. And the most important thing today, it's not if I win, it's that if Gabor loses.
Oh well,
Okay.
We will see about that.
Shout out to Peter. Jared leads. Shouts out to Peter.
Okay, well,
I think
my
Gabor
goodness
would
me.
have heard that.
Jared, we'll send you back to the lobby with everybody else, but do beware that we will be dragging you in at random times. May or may not be convenient to you.
Oh,
Probably
I'm
won't
expecting
be.
it.
Okay, now that we've sent him back to Nova Scotia.
There we go. Yavi out on track right now in a nice classic Williams-inspired livery, going the rear of the car, getting away into the barrier. This won't be a very good lap. Looks like Yavi maybe not as experienced with Rallycross. That should spice things up a little bit later, I would say.
Yep. Getting a run, though, for his second lap. Encountering the wall usually doesn't make you any faster.
No, it sure doesn't. So while we watch Yavi struggle to control the car here, JP, while we were talking to Jared Arska, world-class Lions driver, went to the very top, just 200ths clear of Jared Mead. Don't think he'll be too fussed about that, though that does put him on the outside for the start as it runs right now, which he was clear he did not prefer. So at this point, I think he wants one more driver to go a little bit quicker so that he can start inside his heat and make sure, or at least have a better chance.
He would need
succeeding
two. He
from
would
heats.
need 2 because the start grid is 3 across.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you very much. Yeah. So in the middle, middle preferred to outside or not at all.
I don't know, with it mostly being a left-hand course, if somebody's going to outbrake themselves or forget to brake or decline to brake, most would travel to the outside, so hugging the inside rail might be a good tack.
It might be. Uber over the hump through the hairpin there, way wide of the barrier and the grip in the tarmac, so he's going to lose time down the straight through the kink here. It looks pretty good through the kink, and now into going through the final corner now. There he goes as we jump over to T-Bug, who is starting his lap.
T-Bug on the course now, getting ready to start his first of 2 laps.
And his shows his best lap there. I believe that was from the earlier session because he has not yet set one in this one. But his best, good enough for the top. There we go. The best lap is the pole time. He hasn't started a lap yet, so that's the distance to pole time, and he hasn't set one. So my mistake there. Apologize for that.
You're new here, Travis.
Looking really strong over the hump.
So T-Bug, let's see where he can put it on his first lap. That is P4 with a 20.74. Now I do believe,
really strong lap.
If I'm not right, if I'm not mistaken, I think instead of just taking the sets of 8, I think he does how many people divided by 8 to get the number of heat races. P1 goes into heat 1, P2 goes into heat 2, P3 goes into heat 3, so on and so forth.
That makes more sense than what I had assumed. Clearly reading the rules, or rather not, is the theme of the day, and I am guilty myself as we watch Doctor with a nice-looking Audi coming over the hump through the hairpin, wide to the tarmac, really quick through there.
Black's a security series, obviously.
Yeah, of course. I can't read the number plate on the back. You suck! I think that's directed at you, JP, not me.
You know, I don't disagree some days. That's why I don't race in this or any event. That's why I race direct.
And that's why I talk about it, because I'm not half as quick as most of these guys. Oh, Doctor, way too fast. Yeah, cloud at the wall really hard. Driver, the passenger side door. Well, I guess it depends on which side of the car the driver is on. As we, pick him up, JP. Chameleon coming over the line now.
Starting around, so turn 1, this long, wide first turn, then a not insignificant kink to the right, and then hard braking for the hairpin turn number 3. Very temperate run for Chameleon. Maybe trying to blend in with the earth and be less of a target.
Yeah, I can say Chameleon not fully on it. 24.24 his first lap. Well down the order at the bottom. Half second off Yavi, who was the previous benchmark for last place. Chameleon looking way stronger through the hairpin and over the hump on second lap. Close to the barrier, turns in, not carrying enough speed through the kink there, but does keep it tight to the line. So big improvement, picked up 2 seconds. I'm still near the bottom of the order. We pick up SRP Master coming through the kink now and on his way down to turn 2, turn 3. I believe this hairpin is turn 3, isn't it, JP?
Yep, hairpin is turn number 3. SRP Master on his first hot lap. The last turn, Travis, turn 4, is flat out when you're alone. Very, very much a lean on each other corner. You got to get a good run through the hairpin of 3 to set up the blast all the way to turn 1.
And SRP absolutely nailed it on the previous lap and looking just as strong on this one, setting the new benchmark. The top time right now, 20.34, 3/10 clear of Arska. Really, really strong laps from SRP Master as we watch Leipnix come through the left-hander now.
I was, speaking of Leipnix, I was rewatching some old races a week or so ago. And the GT2 Challenge race at Fern Bay that Chris Ford and I broadcast in Leipnix, trying to push a set of tires all the way, had late race safety car and tire go flat. So I think that was 2021, I believe. So I think 2021 there might have been a person or two gunning for him after being in the way at the end of that safety car.
Well, time will tell once these heats get going and we start arranging the feature races.
Leipnix goes to the top of the timesheet with a 20.31.
Yeah, 300s ahead of SRP Master, who was already on it. One of the born to race drivers. Lots of these guys in the field today, 136 miles per hour. Regular competitor in all the events we broadcast. Really strong through the hairpin turn 3. A little bit of wheel spin, a little too much wheel spin coming to the tarmac, but still looking really good through this sweeping turn 4. Nice and wide out to the barrier. The rear of the car doing all the work. Looking really, really good. Don't know if it's the quickest JP, but he is putting on a show for the camera. It's really fun to watch. On the power through the tarmac and into turn 4 once more, all the way out to the barrier. Oh, just touches the barrier before he crosses the line. That might have cost him a few hundredths. Even so, improved 20.74 in good enough for 7th position as we watch his teammate now. Yeah, Stiefla down into the first turn and on his way to the hairpin.
Yep. Qualifying order, by the way, is just in order of connection list. Anybody that showed up late will be noted and run at the end once everybody that was here on time. About 36 minutes left in the ordained window for qualifying, but that is extendable if necessary. We do have 64 connections in the connections list. We'll take out, I think, 3 for us, so we've got about just under 60 or so, just around 60 or so racers for today.
I would say this is easily the most drivers not counting endurance events.
Oh.
Easily the most participation we've had in a single event, wouldn't you say, JP?
Yep. Let's watch on board with defending champion Twin Cam as he comes to complete his lap. Sawing at the wheel, coming out of the hairpin, keeping it nice and tidy, and now we'll let it kick out wide to the outside wall. Just kisses the outside wall right at the start line. Turns in tight and smooth on the power as he comes through turn number 1, flat out through turn 2, and then give it a bit of a Scandi flick into the hairpin turn number 3. Travis, a decent looking lap. Let's see what the time is, Travis, as he comes across the line. Will he clout the wall like others? Yes, he does right before the line, but a 20.68, good enough for P5.
Yeah, his first lap through carrying the speed out of turn 4 as we watch his teammate Upsus come through turn 1 right now. Out of turn 4, you just want to graze the barrier with the rear of the car. Helps settle it a little bit. Obviously, if you're all the way out there, you're using all the road. Upsus looking really strong as well. Uses the tarmac to pick up the grip on the way out. He's going to do the same thing. Not quite as much track as his teammate used, but a 20.51, good for 3rd as he starts his 2nd lap through the kink on the brakes. Flick the car into the hairpin, over the hump. Really good on the power. Just a little bit of wheel spin. The car 4-wheel drift out to the barrier, tight to the left-hand guardrail and over the line. Good for, he didn't improve. Oh, he improved a little bit, 20.40, still 3rd place on the timing tower. So we pick up Erika. Believe that's that'll be a Finnish name, a Finnish driver in the black and white. Should be no stranger to rallying and rallycross, I would say, JP. And he looks pretty good coming out of the hairpin.
Live for Speed SE default skin for the XRG. By the way, thanks to the LFS version 0.7e updates, the XRG now has what it would have done had it been a rail car and had the liftable headlights, as you'll notice, especially around that lovely right inside the hairpin angle. Drivers that have had their headlights on will have the eyes open.
Just got a look at the number plate on this car, and because I don't speak Finnish, I don't know if this is Finnish or Estonian, but I'm not going to repeat it, not knowing what it actually says. But I am going to ask one of our Finnish friends about this later and see if we can get a translation. Not as quick as his competitors.
That really won't
the
be
car
quick
gets away from
going.
him. Yeah, as he comes toward the line, he was already on a 21.87. Will have lost a ton of time there, but the car going sideways as Vindy Alonso crosses the line, not using nearly all of the racetrack and going a bit wide on the exit of turn 1, but sets up nicely for the kink. Nice and tight there to the barrier.
The livery indicates that he's part of a towing service. I don't believe that this will be a helpful towing service today.
No, I don't think so. And I think there's some yeah boy energy coming through this right-hander as he was way wide of the barrier. 21.98, so well down the order. Still really good through turn 2. A little bit wide into the hairpin and over the bump there, but cleaner than it was on the first lap. This won't be at the bottom, but I don't think it's going to be close to the top either. Strong out of turn 4 over the line. 21.96, not too bad. Down below the 20th place line as we watch Gore come across. Now JP, take him down to turn 1.
Yep, gets a bit of a clout to the inside Armco. And now we'll try to pull a handbrake turn at the hairpin, but runs extremely wide, so that'll cost him a good second or two. Now let's see if he can do a good flick and keep the speed up through the final corner. Could have done a little more, didn't get very close to the wall. 22.56. It's good enough for P26 and only took one of his laps.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he only took one lap as the Gum Garage driver Donald comes through turn 1, middle right of the racetrack. Nice line through the kink, flicks it into the hairpin, up and over the bump. A little bit wide, but good on the power to the tarmac. A little bit of tire tracks as he comes over the hump. Looks pretty good through the 4th turn. Ooh, but had to lean out of the power because it was about to wash wide. That's going to compromise his entry into this corner. Middle of the track once again. We'll bring it over to the right, hard on the brakes, on board. We'll see the front of this car dive as he flicks it into the hairpin and goes wide again. Not quite hooked up from Donald, but it is pretty clean. So we look for him to come through turn 4, and he'll want to jump back on the power and over the line. Yeah, these I think the drivers who don't do this as often as the guys near the top just don't quite have the confidence coming through turn 4 to get on the power and let the car wash wide. Donald coming through to finish his 2nd lap. That first one we picked up was his out lap. Goes a little bit quicker, 22.27, but still well down the order as we watch his teammate Gum Darrenus come across the line. A little bit cleaner than Donald was through turn 1. A little bit wide out to the kink in turn 2, but he'll have a nice flick. Here we go, over the hump. Has the car pointed the right direction. Nice exit over to the tarmac. Good looking lap so far from Gum Darrenus as he finishes his first now to start his 2nd, 22.89. Still pretty far down the order, but at least it is clean.
Yep, gonna throw out an apology. Having a little bit of issue with our director application at the moment, so we'll hope that we can get some level of coverage for a few minutes. Darrenus pulls 23.14. It's good for 28th.
Yeah, first lap quicker, looking pretty clean coming into his 2nd one, but couldn't find the time. Hermione looking, a little bit rag at the rear of the car, all over the place. You want some of that when you're running on grass and dirt, but perhaps not quite that much, though pretty strong, strong entry into the hairpin. Rear of the car all over the place on the tarmac, but he's full power through turn 4. Can he keep it pointed the right direction? Yes, though he lost a ton of time. Is not going to carry any speed through the first corner. So this lap, even though looking okay through here, I think it's going to put him well down the order. Clean over the bump, though. Out to the tarmac on the power, just brushes the wall. If he can keep the power on through turn 4, should improve here. There we go. Opposite lock over the line, 24.05. No improvement as we pick up Heichel 361 through turn 4 now. Looking pretty clean over the line. Good start for his first lap. A little bit wide of turn 1, but middle of the racetrack. Nice and tight through turn 2 here. He's got the rear of the car going the opposite direction. Oh, just misses the barrier on the inside. Didn't get the car slowed down quite enough. Looked pretty good on the entry, but a little bit ragged on the exit. Nice power through turn 4, looking pretty good across the line. Nice effort from Heichel so far, 21.88, much quicker than the drivers around him. Looking pretty strong so far from the newcomer. Yeah, a theme I'm noticing here, JP, is drivers carrying too much speed into the hairpin. They get the car positioned correctly and end up sliding way wide instead of keeping it tight on the a little bit wide on the entry and tight to the barrier, and then using the power out to the edge of the track. Here we have Isaac Price, very quick driver, using the brakes to get the car to steer through turn one. He's going to go a little bit wide of the barrier, but nice and clean over the hump, putting the power down out to the tarmac, inches away from the barrier, pitches the car into turn four. Very little opposite lock until he comes across the line to finish his first lap. Nice and wide, great line, just misses the barrier in turn two, and a good flick through turn one. Beautiful over the hump, power down out to the tarmac. Just touches the barrier, though. That's going to cost him a few hundredths. Isaac Price coming through turn four now, looking really, really strong over the line. 20.85 for his first lap. And really strong so far through the kink in turn two. This lap looking like it might be even quicker. Opposite lock on the brakes and the handbrake into the hairpin. Out to the barrier on the tarmac one more time, using the compression to help the car get round the corner. Full power on through the exit and across the line in 20.59. Good for fourth place from Isaac Price. Identical car, Jam Jesse. Beautiful line through turn four to start his first flying lap. Carried a ton of speed across the line. Here he is through the right-hand kink. Full lock to get the car turned into turn one, carrying a lot of speed through the middle of the corner, but wide in exit. Over the tarmac, through the compression, into turn four. Lots of speed over the line. This car beautifully rounding the corner. The rear of the car doing all of the work. You can see him sawing at the wheel to keep the car pointed the direction he wants to. Just touches the barrier in the right-hand kink. Now through the left-hander. Lots of lock over that hump. Not going to do any good when there's no compression on the front wheels. A little bit wide on the exit. Touches the wall a couple times. Don't think this lap will be as good, but Jam Jesse putting on a show for us. Does not improve. Stays 20.75, but really exciting looking laps from him.
Yep, Tony now coming across the line for Jam Racing, and on his warm-up lap. It's a little over one whole warm-up lap with the paddock area joining just outside of the last corner.
And the Jam driver's really good through turn four, using all of the track. A nice, wide, arcing line off of turn four and over the line with the rear of the car coming around for turn one. Tony, it's going to be wide on the exit here. Driver's carrying a little bit too much speed through this hairpin, but this lap's still looking pretty strong from Jam Tony. Really, really good across the line. The rear of the car just starting to come around for turn one as he crosses the line. 20.95, good first lap from Jam Tony. Nice sideways entry into the hairpin. Got the car slowed down almost enough. Touched the barrier on the exit that's going to compromise his speed through turn four. Just wide of the barrier, 20.61. Were it not for that touch of the barrier, I think it might have moved him up the order another position or two. I think that was good for a 10th. He hit it hard enough as we see Jammin come through turn one to start his flying lap, JP.
Pedestrian orange livery here for CRASHMAAS. In the break here between qualifying and the heat races, we'll go through a little more detail of the car, but the XRG is one of the cars available in the demo, so everyone has had some experience with this car.
It's a fun car to drive too, especially on dirt, because you can do pretty easily what you see everyone doing here, which is to pitch the car in the corner and just let the oversteer do the work. Controlled input, let the car make a nice wide arc. Not that wide, a little too far out there. I think that was only one lap from Jammin before he bailed out as we watch Yaroslav.
He was on the right-hand side. It was right-hand side drive.
Ah, okay. Yaroslav Dunalik, regular competitor in New Dimension Racing and Race Green events. Very strong driver as we watch him come through turn four.
Yaroslav usually runs pretty well here at CRASHMAAS.
Just touched the barrier, though, right over the start-finish line. Compromises entry into turn one. This is his first lap, so he will have one more. And wide of the hairpin here, so he'll want to throw this one away. Focus on getting a good exit and a good line through turn four so he can make it all happen on his second lap, which is about to begin. Good over the line. Wants to start bringing the rear of the car around. He's going to be wide again and decides to give it up. Haraloco coming through now to start a flying lap. Much cleaner from Haraloco than Yaroslav Dunalik. Nice line, just a little bit wide of the barrier there in turn 2, but opens up the entry to the hairpin. Good power down to the tarmac, but Hero Loco just touches the wall. That's we've seen a lot of that. Cars touching the wall on the outside there, slowing it down a little bit, but great line across turn 4 and the start-finish line. 20.97 for Hero Loco as he comes into turn 2. This little kink pitches the car sideways to get it over the hump here. Great line through the hairpin. If he can avoid the barrier, he can't. Hits it even harder this time, and again trying to get on the power. I don't think this will be an improvement unless he carried a ton of speed. It is not an improvement. 20.97 for Hero Loco. The time started in the high 20s, JP, and now the high 20s only good for 15th on the grid. The provisional grid, I should say.
Yep. Thinking part of these problems with the director, luckily we're still getting good pictures of the cars and the timing data, but obviously we're a week and a half or 2 weeks now after the latest update, and have a tremendous amount of cars. So it's what Pete gets for missing the event.
Yeah, I was going to say, no worries, JP. Not your fault. It's Pete did this to us, probably
leaving me to deal with his problems.
Yeah, exactly. I hope he's listening wherever he is.
He's driving home from Manchester Airport.
Well, that doesn't stop him from listening in. Let's say Yuka Hedema disconnected and joined the spectators. So looking over the start-finish line as we wait to pick up Young. Here we go. A nice burnout. Warm up those rear tires before they get cooled down by the grass.
Young from the Argentina Turismo, running the lovely endurance events that they've been running lately.
Yeah, headlights up. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool, getting the headlights open and down. It's very much a child of that's what 80s children loved with their cars when they're in high school.
Yeah, I think he. I choose to believe that he was listening. I think he popped them up to say hello and then put them away. Aerodynamic advantage and all that as he comes across the line. The Argentina Turismo drivers, great partnership with this team for the Argentina Turismo endurance events. Really thrilled to broadcast those events in partnership with them, and then see these guys here today in a race green event for CRASHMAAS. Very, very pleased to see Young out there on circuit. Little bit scruffy through turn 4, but nice and clean into turn 1. Tight to the barrier. Great exit. Should be a good entry into the hairpin. Looking like a pretty good lap, JP. Bit wide on the exit, out to the tarmac. Early entry into turn 4. Won't be, I don't think this is going to be near the top. He hits the barrier just as he comes across the line, but still not too shabby. 21.6. Not at the bottom, so not too bad as we watch. This will be Krashu. Is this Polish? I think it's Shishu if it's Polish. Way ragged across the line, so I think we don't expect a whole lot from this lap. We can call attention to Gabor in the background, JP, ever a competitor asking if he can warm tires. That happened at the time Young was doing burnouts in the paddock before he took to the grass.
Yeah, the question was asked earlier, and Ronnie said, yes, you just need to be at the white line as soon as possible to be ready for the go call.
Yep. There's a question in chat from Redbot asking if JP2, your New Dimension Racing teammate, co-official administrator, is going to be running, and he is. We'll see him pretty far down the order.
In the NDR Board of Directors channel, trying to get me to participate in today's running.
Well, why aren't you participating?
Because I don't.
Well, I mean, this is if with nothing at stake and crashing the name of the game. I think
what horrible pain would be visited upon everybody else's home? What I become so lucky to win.
I think that's the entire point. That's why if you're gonna
I don't want to risk winning because then I have nothing else to live for.
Oh well, fair enough. Yeah, so JP2 Provost, Jonathan Provost will be out there. We're running down the list in alphabetical order in the M's right now. MK99, Mark 99. I think this is an XRG Mark 99 is what I'm taking away from this, coming to turn 4 now. Not the fastest, but looking pretty clean through there. Nice opposite lock 4-wheel drift across the line. Clean down to turn 1. This would be a decent lap from MK99.
Should we
as
talk to somebody
approach the
from up in
end.
the lobby, Travis?
I think we should go
Let me pick somebody.
find a victim.
No, we don't want that. No.
Yeah, hey, Twin Cam.
Hello.
How are you?
You're a
Welcome to the
commentator
broadcast.
now.
I don't know. I can't believe Yared would talk like that about me with my crown on the side of the car.
Yeah,
What
well,
did he
you know,
say?
okay, so yeah, you're the defending champion. So, have the threats been coming in? Has the security detail kind of given up on you today? Do you feel you're thrown secure or threatened?
Oh no, I've already felt the crown being punished in the opening fun parts of the event at the start before qualifying started. Yeah, everybody was aiming for me, I think.
Has Jared been telling you since last year to just give it back to you, or get it back to him?
I don't think he's told me to give it back to him, but I think he's kind of hinting at it because every time I've seen him on the track, he's been putting me in a wall.
But Jared is pretty well convinced he doesn't have any chance of winning this race. I'm curious if, being a past champion, you have similar feelings.
I do have similar feelings, yes.
So what's your title defense strategy going to be today?
Here, listen, I'm just here to have fun. I'm going to do the same thing as I did last year. If somebody's in front of me, I'm going to crash into them.
And if somebody's behind you?
Pray.
That's good. Do you have any defense mechanisms planned? Are you gonna any particular moves or anything that we need to be concerned with?
I don't think I'm in any fit state to be defending. I started drinking early.
That's good. What's your drink of choice today?
It's an Irish lager at the moment. Rock sugar.
That's good. More the merrier, right?
Yes.
Well, good. Welcome back, and good luck with your title defense. And you'll definitely get to participate in the past champions run. So, might you be the third person to be a two-time winner of the event?
I don't know. I look forward to finding out.
Do me a favor. Be very careful if you're in a race with Jonathan Provost. I understand that he's been drinking heavily for the holiday. And,
oh, yeah.
I think you need to watch out for him.
Okay, thanks for the heads up.
Okay, we'll send you back there. We'll pick somebody else out of there in a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Cheers, you too.
Thanks.
On a follow-up question, JP, from your statement, your disparagement, your awful, well, yeah, they're not lies, about your teammate, JP2. I'm curious, when is the optimal time to pour a beer to comment on this event? Should I wait until the middle of the heat? Should I go get it at the end of qualifying, right at the start of the final? What would your strategy be?
Whenever you want to.
That's not especially helpful. Mandula coming through turn one right now. A little bit wheel spin coming wide of the kink in turn two, but looked pretty good over the bump. A little bit wide, but he avoids the barrier on the exit. Good power down onto the tarmac and into turn four. Is looking pretty good from Mandula.
Yeah, Mandula might be Windula if he can win this.
And it's anyone's race. He has gone strongly in the past. Ooh, a little bit early into turn two there, and I think he's going to carry too much speed through the hairpin. Good over the hump though. Used the compression, and the car pointed toward the exit of turn three to get the power down pretty early. Does not improve from a 21.13, but that's still good for the middle of the pack as we watch RD2 come around turn one. Really nice line through turn one. That's one of the cleanest ones we've seen yet, JP.
Rally driver 2 now for Race Green Autosports, as we now have over 40 drivers having set times.
Yeah, Rally driver 2, 20.45 for his first lap. Very strong, as we saw burnouts in the background for the next driver coming up. Oh, beautiful flick into the hairpin. Great power down on the exit, just inches away from the barrier.
He doesn't have much further to go on this lap. He's already P5. Can he go P1?
Yeah.
Almost P2.
Oh,
just
not
misses
quite.
by 1/100th of a second.
Yeah, so that lap looked so good and so quick as we watch Zadoris, one of the other race green drivers, not quite as strong as his teammate, struggling with the rear of the car, trying to get to the front. It's an XRG, not an FZ50. Yeah, that lap looked so quick from RD2 that I thought he would take. I think we both thought he would take the top position, but so clean and smooth from Leipniak, still there at the top spot. Not that it makes that much difference. It'll just put him into the first heat. Yeah, Zadoris. Yeah, looking cleaner to start the second lap, but a little bit scruffy into the hairpin. Ooh, way wide over the hump, GP.
The unfortunate thing with having 40 in the 40 plus in the times list, it gets very small and hard to read.
Yes, it does indeed. Fortunately, we have this spreadsheet over to the side as we watch Martin Kapal, one of our SBTV teammates, in a very cool-looking DeWalt livery. I love this. Nice and tidy through the kink. Bit wide through the hairpin, though uses the compression over the hump to get the power down pretty early. Early entry, big flick into turn 4, but nice arcing line across the start-finish. Good for 6th on his opening lap. Take him down to the hairpin, JP.
Yeah, Martin Kapal gets a good flick in, just dancing on the throttle, barely any brake. Coming around to run through the final corner, runs it out wide with the hump there. Hits the wall just past with a 20.42, good enough for 6th on the timesheet. Now, Mr. Gabor, who we're used to seeing at the top of the sheets for our general races anyway.
Yeah, Gabor breaking the one rule he was given, which was to be ready to go if he's going to warm tires. A little bit of a late exit, but I don't think that'll bother anybody because we're getting through the list pretty quick as it is. Not wasting any time getting up to speed in turn 1 on his outlap. Surprised Pikachu on the side of the car will surprise no one if he can pull off a win in this event. On the power down to turn 4 to start his first flying lap. Great line down to turn 1, was already going sideways across the start-finish line. You can see just tiny adjustments in the front wheels. Early entry, pitches the car sideways for the hairpin. Great line over the bump, and on the exit, about to go through turn 4 for the first time. JP, what is the time?
20.32 P3.
Great first lap. Good to equal second position. That'll put him in 3rd as he comes through the hairpin a second time. Just as good over the bump, out to the exit, inches away from the barrier. JP, this guy is just so good.
He's just consistent at 20.16.
Oh my
so
goodness.
15 hundredths of a second faster than Lightnex. As now Nico Pantola, Citus Unite, is on his first of 2 hot laps.
Yeah, Unite, Nico Pantola, almost as quick in just about any setting as his teammate Gabor. The finish advantage to rally driving here through turn 4 the first time. Nice line, not quite all the way out to the barriers, 20.48 on his first lap. Tall hill to climb to go quicker than his teammate, but this is a strong opening from Nico. JP, that's the best line we've seen through the hairpin yet. Really, really clean from Nico.
Nico being Finnish, part of being a Finnish driver is learning how to drive on not tarmac, not safe roads.
Hey, we finally got one over the barrier.
And he didn't even have to get help by anybody. We'll see more of that in the actual racing.
We will indeed. I guess we're just going to stick with Nico here, upside down on the other side of the barrier. There we go. Nico spectates. We pick up Mad Jester.
No relation.
No, not at all.
Clouds the wall, that's not a good way to start a time lap.
Yeah, I think the number 1 on the side of this car may be a fabrication, a fib, a lie, an untruth, though looks pretty good coming into the hairpin here.
Mandula has asked him to wash the car after this. The dirt and mud all over the side of the car. So obviously this car is designed for rallying and spends its life rallying.
It sure does. Very scruffy looking first lap, but still not a bad time into the 20s, 20.94. Very early entry again, but good power on the way out. Mad Jester, not the quickest, but looking pretty good through turn 4 one more time. Up over the bump in the middle of the corner. Across the line right next to the wall, 20.78. Strong effort from Mad Jester.
And now Jag.
I think that's
Oh,
Jag.
I'm not sure. Lord Jaguar.
Or it might be Yog.
Yep. Apparently British.
Probably. Oh,
Uh,
good over the bump
Travis,
there.
Travis, that hairpin. The thing you have to look out for is just full sends and people getting totally pitched before then. What's your defense against that sort of attack?
Oh, I don't think there is one. And as we said at the top of the show, the qualifying line, the qualifying strategy is so much different from the race strategy. We see these guys taking varying lines, but essentially the quickest way through is still the same for everybody. You want to have the car sideways, but not too sideways. In the middle of the corner, and then over the bump, full compression, power down. Straight line it as much as you can, and get to the tarmac as fast as possible on the way out. But then during the race, I think you want to be sideways into your competitors on the outside and use them as a brake without tearing up the parts of the car that do more of the work. And you don't want to be on the outside, so it's going to look a lot different in the race. There's going to be, guys. They're going to be XRG brakes all over the place, and maybe using some of the barrier if it's opportunistic to slow the car down and get it pointed the right way to go the right direction down for turn 4.
Lots of
but
mirror
you definitely,
driving.
you definitely don't want. Yes, lots of mirror driving, and you definitely don't want to be the guy used as a barrier. Here we go.
Vincent Adultman.
Adultman.
That is our friend Zdenek Kagash.
Yep.
He usually goes very well. Look at his number plate, Travis. He says no bump. Do you really think anybody's going to respect that?
No, I think he might have had better luck with a question mark instead of an exclamation mark at the end there. But either way, nobody will respect his appeal to not be bumped. Looks good over the line. The nice wide arc. A bit of a correction as he came across the line, but really strong into turn 1. Zdenek Kagash is a very strong driver in his own right. Maybe he can put up a W for Sim Broadcast today. Over the line, not quite all the way out to the exit, but holy crap, great time from our teammate Zdenek. 10th across the line, 20.48. Sorry, Vincent. He's not Zdenek today. He's Vincent Adultman in the SBTV livery. Strong time from him as we watch VM2 come through the hairpin now. Zdenek, strong time. How about that?
Oh, I kind of surprised myself,
We remarked that you looked really clean, the nice wide line using the rear of the car to steer across the start-finish line and down into turn 1, and then, surprised everyone with a 24.48. Nicely done.
Well, yeah, I think this is my personal best, but still, if you are a seasoned CRASHMAAS driver, you know how to take the turns, and it's just up to you to make it all click together.
Speaking of seasoned CRASHMAAS driver, you're no stranger to this event, and we were remarking on the number plate on the back of your car. I said you might have more luck with a question mark instead of an exclamation mark, but do you think anyone will respect your appeal for no bumping?
I strongly doubt it. I think I actually forgot to change my license plate, so I might do some tweaking to it.
Well, it gave us something to talk about, so if you want to leave it there, we're happy with that. If you think you got something more clever, then by all means go for it.
All right.
Do you think you've had strong showings in this event in the past, and you're strong in the other events you run? Can you sneak a win, a strong finish today?
Well, I keep saying this is my year, so yeah, of course.
Fair enough. In the background, the Muley, timing out for me, but not for the broadcast, which leads me to believe there might be something wrong with my internet connection. JP, I think you may have to take over here.
Yeah, the Leander currently on the course now. Looks like safety car Steve might be one of the last ones to go. We're with Leander. We're at number 60, I believe, on the timesheet. Zdenek, what do you think about the event today?
Sorry, I just put some food in my mouth, so I cannot speak.
Oh, what are you eating?
Keep speaking. Keep speaking.
Like it's the season for food.
Of course. No.
I think we should I think we should make a game out of this. Guess the food. I think it's a sandwich. I think you're eating a turkey sandwich.
Oh no, you got it wrong.
Is it a main course, appetizer, or dessert?
It's the third day of the same main course.
Oh, is it duck?
No. It is a bird.
Ooh,
Mackerel?
a goose.
No.
Turkey.
No.
Cornish hen.
No.
Quail.
No.
That's all. Those are all the birds. We're out of birds.
Well, chicken. How about chicken?
Ah, all right. Well, it sounds pretty good. There's a Stephen Martin out on the track now.
He will
who
not
is
be a safety car today.
No, he will not be a safety car today. 21.52. So Stephen Martin, good on the ovals. Not quite as strong here. Jenik, do you think we could pull you in to do some commentary later? You're no stranger to the commentary box. We put you on the spot with while you're eating your lunch, but maybe you can join the clown zone with us here in the commentary booth a little bit later on as well. Not in a car meant to distract you, but actually take this very seriously.
Of course, yeah, I'm all in.
Fantastic. Well, I think we've run out of cars, JP. Did we make it all the way down the order?
There might be one or two latecomers that might need a run.
I'm looking down the list. And we got through, let's see, Vincent Adultman, VM2, and Demuley was the last one.
Has a run to go.
Yeah, we've gone through the list, but as you said, the late
Yeah, it looks like Roni, Redbot, and Yanni Catilla.
Yeah, True Alpha. Yeah, that'll be Yoni Catilla. So here we go. I think the last chance for a provisional pole position, not that it matters at all in this event. Yoni, very, very strong driver. I would argue the only driver running right now in Live for Speed who is consistently competitive with Gabor. Gabor, I think, at the very top, the most talented and the most successful driver in Live for Speed. But Yoni, when he turns up, so strong in his own right as he brings it down to turn one, a little bit wide, but this is just his opening lap. Touches the barrier there in turn two, gets the car slowed down for the hairpin, a bit wide. He'll need to clean this up if he wants to challenge for the top spot. But one lap to go, following him now through turn four. Redbot getting ready in the background. Yoni good across the line, flicks it. The rear of the car comes around as he crosses the start-finish line. His first lap, 21.1. That won't be anywhere near the top, but first lap doesn't matter. Second lap, good through the hairpin. Uses the power on compression, avoids the barrier, gets the power down on the tarmac through turn four nice and smoothly. Kept it pretty tight on the exit, only 20.73. That's going to be well down the order, 15th, 20th. He will just slot into 20th on the timesheet as we watch Redbot come across the line now through turn two, starting his flying lap through the hairpin and on the exit to the tarmac now, halfway through his first flying lap. Into turn four, we will see the time in just a second. Way wide, or sorry, I should say way far from the exit of the corner, the barrier, but still 20.72. Not bad from him. Faster than Yoni's benchmark time in this, the impromptu second qualifying session, JP, though. He's punched the barrier there in the middle of the hairpin. I doubt this will be quicker.
Yep, so Redbot across the line to set a 21.55, and now our last qualifier will be the event organizer, Ronnie Kronpush.
The race green, iconic number 96 machine. Got the eyeballs there below the eyeballs of the pop-up headlights. If you could give us a flick of the pop-up headlights, we would have a very silly-looking machine indeed through turn four to set his first time. Or is he? No, he's starting his first lap. My mistake. Looks good through turn one. I think this will be, this looks like a strong opener from Roni so far. Just misses the barrier there on the right. Roni, I'm going to guess, has done more laps around this Fern Bay Bullring than anyone else, owing to being the organizer of this event. Up and over the hump through turn four. Nice four-wheel drift out to the exit. 20.87, little bit too much oversteer into turn one, but he got the power on really well as he flicks the car into the hairpin one more time. Woo, that's as close as you can get to the barrier, JP. through turn 4, full power over the line. Does not improve.
21:35. That'll put him P43, I believe.
Yes, indeed. There we go. I think that concludes qualifying. Zdeněk, you'll be slotting into, let's see, which heat will it be? I think you'll be in heat 2 or heat 3. You ended up P11, so that should put you into heat 4. Do you feel ready to finish near the front? Oh, one more car to go. Sorry. I'll finish this question anyway. Do you feel ready to secure a spot in the final? Oh no, he's muted his mic. He must really be in. Oh, no worries. So the question was, do you feel ready to secure a spot in the final?
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, whenever you are starting at the front of the grid, you have a big, fat target on your back, so I expect to be torpedoed into the hairpin, but you never know.
How do you deal with that? Is there any way to avoid it? Do you jump on the brakes early? Do you coast into the corner? Do you let some guys by, or do you just grit your teeth and wait for impact?
I think all of the above.
All right, fair enough. Well, we will.
Okay.
I think we'll let you finish your lunch and start thinking about your heat, and then we'll bring you back in for a little bit more fun later on.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Travis. This is CRASHMAAS. The car today is the XR-GT, the XRG, one of everyone's favorite demo cars. Always provides good racing, Travis. The car is very, very good. It's a good starter car for your teenage child, too.
Yeah, I would say so. Not too heavy, not too light. A good amount of power for the size of the vehicle. Rear-wheel drive, 1.0-liter four-banger. Everybody loves a good four-cylinder engine. I think this is the inspired by Toyota form factor of power. Yeah, 1150 kilograms, 2,500 pounds. It gets around here really well. Nice starter car, as you said. Nice starter rally car as well, and available in the demo for those of you watching who are just getting into Live for Speed. I think Mo's got pages of results for us. Here we go,
Yeah,
JP.
let's see.
At the top, Sidus Gabor.
Yeah, we'll see the top 60 at the very least. So yeah, Gabor with a 20.16, and then Leipzig with a 20.31 again. The qualifying time sets your starting position in your heats, but it's not a 1 through 8 situation, 9 through 16. I do believe we're going to throw P1 into heat 1, P2 into heat 2, so on and so forth, and when we get through 8 heats, we had 64 drivers, so that should be 8 heats of 8 drivers today.
Yep, 64 drivers, 63 times set. So I think the last heat, and I'm looking at the spreadsheet now, and I think looks like we're organizing 9 drivers into heats. We got this split up into 6 heats in our organizing sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 6 heats, so I think we're gonna split them up 10 or sometimes 11 drivers.
Yeah, I think
into
he's
heat
gonna.
two.
I think he's gonna expand that as he works on the spreadsheet here for the next few minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. A little bit unfair. I don't know about unfair, but definitely more challenging if you got to get through a heat with 10 or 11 drivers than with 8. I think we'll probably spread this out a little bit more, but work happening in the background.
Next 20, a good mix of drivers. So everybody has the chance to win the race. So time, speed is not anywhere near the most critical thing today. It's what can you survive? How can you survive?
Indeed. And as we look down the order here, 27th, 26th, Roni and Tim Donater a little bit further down. We got Yaroslav Donalik, Mendula there in 36. Not very strong qualifying times, but they, as you said, they do not matter. These guys pretty far down the order, lots of experience rallycrossing and a ton of experience in this event, which is unique to say the least. There are drivers well down the order here. Onifus, very experienced driver, well down the order, but all of these guys with a chance to win this event if they could just keep their heads, have a little bit of luck in the heats and get into the final. Everybody here has a shot.
Yep, and the 3 drivers that we cannot see on our screens, 61st would be Finn UK with a 23.67, Hermani in 62nd with a 23.74, and Yavi in 63rd with a 23.85.
plenty of noise. Well, not on the broadcast, but JP and I can definitely hear plenty of noise on the broadcast. We got guys doing donuts in the background, getting warmed up.
I've turned
Oh,
it
we
off
can
for
hear it
now.
on the broadcast. There we go. Past winners: Kefs, the inaugural event in 2011, Litro in 2012. TC Pete, who was not here today, who left us with broadcast issues deliberately. Missing his second
Evil.
event in a row. The winner, undeservedly so, in 2014. Martin Capal, here today, has a shot at being a two-time winner. Abedior in 2017, Zadoris in 2018. The other two-time winner, LK Racer, not here today. Winner in 2016, 2019. Twice champion, two running, Meady, Jared Mead, running as Leady today, I believe, JP. 21 and 20 winner. And last year's winner also here to defend his championship, Twin Cam, in the event today. Who will be the winner today, JP? 63 drivers, could be any one of them.
Yeah, I don't make predictions usually because none telling yet.
I should
Let's
should
do
see
our
if Tom-
prediction. Let's do our predictions before the last chance run.
I was about to say that we should make some predictions, but we should save them for a little bit later. So one, we can see how the event unfolds, and also maybe we could buy us a little time. I'm gonna go ping Tom Jones and see if we can get him in for just enough time to make a prediction without any information, and see if he's got a winning lottery ticket today. While I'm sending that message, and while we're getting the first heat set up in the background, I think JP and I will take a break to
Yeah. Let's
take care
just
of.
before we do that break. What to
Yeah.
expect next will be heat races of 10 laps each, as many as it takes to get through the grid. 8 per heat race. Top 2 of each heat race advance to the next stage of events.
All right, messages off to Tom Jones. We will go deal with our biological imperatives, pour a beer, and then we will come back for the first heat races here today in the 2023 edition of This is CRASHMAAS. JP, be back with you in just a minute.
Yep. We'll step aside for just a couple minutes while Roni and everybody gets the grid sorted out. All right, we are in the lobby screen getting the first heat sorted out. And it looks like our first heat will consist of Gabor, Isaac Price, Magic, Michael, Mad Jester, Mandula, Provost, Young, Aratekia, and Kachu. So, actually quite a stacked first heat, I would say, Travis.
Bless you, JP. Yeah, it is a stacked first heat. A lot of strong drivers in this one. A couple drivers, maybe a few drivers may be going home early. Though there is there's a last chance heat before the final, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So
All
multiple
right. I am
multiple chances to be eliminated.
All right, I'm happy to report, JP, that I am now equipped with a cold beer, a nice lager, ready to go for the first heat races.
Very well then. What is your lager of choice?
Well, I'm in Kansas City, and there's a brewery here called KC Beer, Bier, very German. KC Beer Co. A Helles lager, Munich style golden lager. It is delicious. I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to consuming it during the first of these Clown Town Demo Derby Rallycross heat races.
That is good. Those of you watching us, thank you for joining us today. Those of you racing with us, thank you for racing today. This is a lovely event. This is the 13th year of the event. Travis, are you superstitious with numbers such as 13?
I am not. Superstitions are silly. I'm kind of a facts and reality and a rational thought man. So yeah, 13 makes no difference. Though I think, I don't know. Well, there's nobody in here, I think, more or less deserving or more or less susceptible to bad luck in an event like this one where bad luck is created. So, yeah, hard to say. But no, I am not a superstitious man. Though some of these guys may become so after these heats unfold.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to superstitions. I don't have the luck anyway.
Fair enough. Okay, we got everybody readied up here, bar one driver. Waiting on Mad Jester. There he is. First heat about to begin. JP, the carnage begins as soon as the lights go out.
Yep, and the broadcaster is still giving me business. So let's try to do the best radio call we can, Travis.
Gabor
On the
away in the
LBS
lead
cameras.
with cars banging behind him. There we go. Got a good shot of Gabor well away in the lead, but I dare say he's
Provost
probably going to
clears some
get
space
Isaac
by
Price.
shoving some people wide, and Provost leading the challenge to the first corner. Gabor is clear ahead.
Yeah, Isaac Price got into his rear quarter panel and then ended up doing himself around backwards. And now Gabor is a mile away in the lead while everyone else is bunched up behind.
Yep, big carnage behind now is Provost is pitched out of the of the field of play at the hairpin. Gabor leads from Erica and Magic spread out. Young is traveling backwards behind the whole field.
Yeah, we got a resounding boo from Provost, who is still upside down, apparently not going to give up, even though he's not going to go anywhere. Erica in second place. Oh, somebody tried to get him into the hairpin. That was either
That
Magic
was
or
Magic.
MRC
Now,
Michael.
now Gabor has to watch out because the lapped car can interfere with his run. So Young, will he try to go full send at the hairpin? He's too far back and misses.
Yeah, lap behind from Young, and that means, as you said, anything goes now. But Gabor staying out of trouble. Almost, let's see, beginning the fifth lap, so almost halfway through this heat. There is MRC Michael sideways up on the right side of the car. Gabor has now caught up to the pack, and all of these guys who have his number, if he's smart, he will just hang around and follow them, while Mandula, Mad Jester, Isaac Price, MRC Michael all run together. Michael just trying to catch Magic and get that position back. But Gabor in control here. Oh, Mad Jester's up and over the barrier. Michael is too. Oh, Magic gets a double kill while Gabor sneaks through. I didn't see who he went by. I think that was Isaac Price. Somehow Gabor has survived all of this nonsense while cars are dropping like flies around him. Begins his sixth lap. I believe we're still having some trouble in the background with the director. We're sorry about that. We're working on it. But Gabor in command while that's Michael and Provost. Oh! Magic tries to stop Gabor, can't do it. Lets Isaac Price through. I think, yeah, Gabor is talented now. I think I'm starting to believe he's actually blessed, GP.
Magic and Young having a side by side battle for P5 with 4 laps to go. Actually, under just over 2 laps to go now. Gabor coming around the hairpin to complete the 8th tour.
Yeah, Irti Ererica somehow surviving all of this himself in a very quiet P2 while Mandula has moved up to P3 behind these guys. Isaac Price nowhere near Mandula either, so the field very spread out now. Watching Gabor go through the hairpin one more time as the cars that have been ejected from the racetrack and are on the wrong side of the barrier now fighting for nothing in particular. Gabor starts his 10th lap and through the hairpin one more time. Nobody in the way. Gabor easily going to take this first heat. Erti Ererica has Young. Yeah, Erti Ererica has Young in front of him, but I don't think Young is going to cause him any trouble. The camber on that machine badly off. Erti Ererica is going to come across the line now to take second place. And the rest of the results should fill in as drivers cross the line. Everyone a lap down except Erti Ererica. That'll be Mandula. I think it'll be Mandula in third once everything shakes out. Yes, indeed. Mandula finishes third, Isaac Price fourth, Magic fifth, Young in sixth, and the remaining drivers will not be crossing the line because they are on the wrong side of the wall. Gabor giving someone the squeeze on the cool down lap over the line.
The only
one
way
heat
to
down.
get back into the ring from outside is to be hit there by somebody else.
There we go. One heat down. And we will grid up for the second one. Again, apologies for the director issues. We'll remind everyone that this is Pete's fault. Not just Pete's fault, but he's done this deliberately to keep JP and Mo busy in the background while you have to listen to my obnoxious Yankee voice. Second heat getting ready in the background.
Yep,
Second heat will
will be Lipenex, the Helmuley, Jam Tony, Jam Jesse, Roni, 2, Pino 758, Stifler, Findy Alonso, and Gum Darinus.
Yeah, Leipnix, I think the favorite here, though, again, starting at the front, perhaps not the best for manufacturing luck, we should say. Ronan Krompush, again, very experienced in this event, organizes this event. We're very thankful for him, his patronage of sim broadcasts and Live for Speed. Roni does so many of these kind of events, and this one of our favorites. Roni starting fifth in this heat. One driver, Pino 758, ready in the background as we find a couple more drivers for this grid. Should be going in just a minute, JP.
Top two, I'll remind you, top two of each heat race advance to the semifinals round. Everyone else gets relegated to the relegation run.
How many do we take from the relegation runs, JP? I do not remember.
I must go look that up.
All right, well, look that up. We will in just a moment. Drivers on the grid. Lights about to come up now. Looking back at the end of the grid, the 3-wide start, 3x3, 9 in this heat. Red lights on, green lights on. As Leipniaks is away in turn one, Theamuli alongside. Leipniaks clean away in the lead all by himself through the kink and will flick the car into the hairpin. Oh, Leipniaks punted to the outside, though he maintains the lead as everyone collects one another behind them. Roni from the
Jesse
back
was
of
up
the
on
grid.
top of Sue there.
Yeah, car on top of another car, but with all of that carnage and the cars being stuck in the outside barrier, Roni went sailing past all of them from he had fallen to 8th or 9th and then jumps up to 3rd. So one position to go to get a transfer spot. But Leipniaks has driven away from everyone else. Pino 758 in the background. As cars are, it looks like we got deliberate crashing into each other in the background. That wasn't even in the hairpin. That was after the hairpin on the left side of the track. So getting a little bit spicy back there as we watch Roni chasing down Pino 758 in second place, though he's got a few seconds to make up. I said that, though, JP. Roni is doing it. Roni is catching Pino 758 quickly. Pino was well down the order in qualifying. And Aroni has his number, but Pino with some dirty tricks, a bit of subterfuge, could easily hold on to this position. Roni in the background, wide on the power over the line, tight down to turn one. A little bit cleaner, a little bit quicker. My apologies, I'm stuttering all over myself. Roni all over Pino 758 now, only halfway through this race. Leipniks is a long way
back
out
in the
in
back
the
now. The
lead.
Helmuli and Stiefla, that looks like having a bit of a coming together. That lets Zoo come ahead.
Yeah, it looked like Theomuli might have turned him around backwards and taken the spot and then got a little bit of help himself from behind. So fifth position,
I want to
not
look
good enough
from
to
the
transfer.
nose of Leipniks, because look just ahead there, Travis. See the little bit of dust being kicked up. So he'll have a blue
Yep.
flagger to worry about here in a lap or two.
He will. You can see from the onboard shot how early they turn in and slide the car into the hairpin. Sue still holding on to fourth place, but he has mirrors full of Theomuli in the background. We got a better exit out of turn one. Pino 758 is now coming up
A bit of
on
a bump
blue
and
flag
run for the
traffic too.
Helmuli.
Yeah. Ahead of these guys, Roni is all over Pino 758 while they've got traffic to deal with. Side by side now, Theomuli. Oh, Roni doing the over under. Oh, he
Ronnie gives a
punts
punt.
Pino
Can he
out of the way.
survive?
He is.
Looks
He's
like
away
he
clean.
does.
As Aroni takes second spot, still lurking behind. I think that's Gum Darrenus in the foreground, the background. It is Darrenus getting away. Leipniks
Leipniks
still.
just taking it nice and pedestrian into the hairpin as he gets ready to start his final lap. He does not want to see what the back marker has to do with him.
No, but those back markers are now together in front of him. Very slow run through turn one here. He wants to maintain the buffer ahead and behind and not get caught up, though there is a schmozzle in the hairpin. Cars 3 wide there now, and I think their car is going to be sideways across the start-finish line. They get across, though, so Leipniks should come through unless he does himself over the wall. He does not. Wins this heat, and in the background we should see Roni Kronpush coming across to take second place unless something terrible has happened to him. There he is in P2, started fifth and then fell down the order, and then an amazing move to take third. Roni gets a punt from Pino. Thank you very much for taking my second spot right there at the end of the race, but that's how this event goes. Cars coming across the line. The last car's coming across the line now. There we go. All 8. Only one the finisher off the lead lap this one, JP. Far different from the first heat.
That looks like 9 of them. Leipniks and Roni will advance to the semifinal. Everyone else to relegation.
There we go. Race results. We're looking at the wrong race results right now, so we'll get the correct ones up in just a minute. We do not have Zesty winning that heat. This would be a past event, but in the second heat we had Leipniks in first, and Roni Kronpush finishing second. Behind them, we will just have to wait and see. Well, we'll sort this out in the background. Again, Pete's fault. For those of you watching, Pete did this to us deliberately, probably for his own laughter on the way down the highway from Manchester Airport. Getting the third heat ready in the background. It is
heat 3. Looks like it'll be Rally Driver 2 from Race Green. It'll be Kid, Vincent Adultman, World Class Lions Arska, 136 MPH from Born to Race, Tim DeKnatter, Yaroslav Donanik, Uber, Onifus, ATN, and Gore.
A 10 driver heat, JP.
Yeah, that he said 8 maximum, so I wonder if he's doing 10 because there were a couple more people than needed.
Could be. Grid is set. Lights coming up in just a second. Looking at the very back of this grid, that is RD2 in the front. Vincent Adultman, Jenik Stagash, Kid in the middle of the front row with Arska alongside. Red lights on. Second red light on. Red lights
Let's just
out.
watch
Green
from
lights
turn
on.
1 wide. Travis, as we go all wide from the inside in, everybody looks to make it through turn number 1.
Yeah, not everybody made it through turn number 1, and unfortunately, our favorite SBTV livery got the worst of it. Oh no! Well, straight back into the hairpin with a nice shot on the
Tim
exit.
DeCower looks like he's going to make some profit from all the schmozzling. Come up to about, what's that, P4 it looks like? P5?
Yeah, unfortunately, our teammate was done hard by in all of that, pointed the right direction on the exit of the hairpin, but now he's getting bashed backward. 136 miles per hour alongside Arska. These two remarkably polite to one another. Oh, I said that as they got into the barrier. Now Arska, sorry, I think that's going to be 136 miles per hour, has the better of P2. He sure does. Arska falling down the order. Tim DC up to third. As cars stringing out single file now, though I dare say we will see a bit of bashing coming into the hairpin. Great move by Arska. Just the slide job, as we would call that here in the
Yeah,
States.
did 136 mile per hour just take it wide to the corner, thinking that somebody would be going for the dive bomb, and now he has the position to do the same this time to those because Tim and everyone did not take the chance.
Yeah, we'll get to see it again.
Oh, look
though.
at that send, the
Oh!
big send, and it spun both of them. Yarda cannot capitalize.
Yeah, 136 miles per hour got a bit of a bump in the quarter panel coming off the corner, but managed to keep the cars straight. Oh, that's Arska going backwards
Arska's been
side
spun
by side.
round.
Yeah, into the fourth corner and turned around 136 miles per hour back up to second after all of that, though Tim is going to give him the punt and go under in the hairpin. Tim cleanly away with a car's length behind him. Not quite a car's length behind him. 136 miles per hour is going to want this position back, but not enough grip. Coming through turn 4, touches the wall, costs himself some time. Tim has a little bit of breathing room here, but he needs to look for the punt coming into the hairpin. At the front,
Can Yarda get? Oh,
Rally
Yarda's
driver-
going to get room from them.
yeah, in the front, Rally Driver 2 got into the hairpin wall all by himself and gave up some time, but now his teammate, 136 miles per hour, easily into second position, should be able to hold this unless there is a big flying send from behind into the hairpin. Yeah, not close enough from Yarda, so this looking like it's going to shake out the way we see it now. Rally Driver 2 well away in the lead. His, Born to Race, 136 miles per hour, 5 seconds behind, but with breathing room to P3. But Yaroslav Donalik and Tim Donato still fighting over this third position. Remarkably clean, I say.
Yep, Tim tries to get a pit maneuver at the hairpin, and that does not work. Meanwhile,
except this car is sideways in the background, JP. I didn't see which ones they were.
it might have been Arska's. Arska's tries to get the inside. Of course, everyone's scrambling for nothing other than more experience.
Yeah, this is a
Tim
good
gets a
scrap
big
here.
punt on Yarda. Can he get around here on the penultimate lap? They're grinding each other into the wall side by side into the final corner.
Yeah, this will be a photo finish across the line, except I think, Tim Donato into the wall there. No, sorry, that was Yarda into the wall there to begin the final lap. So Tim has the better of him, but I think is going to be stuck with third place. Good. Oh, big punt by Yarda, except both of them are nose to nose into the wall. Now they're nose to nose with one another. Tim going to be reversing the car. We need to go back to, Tim tried to reverse the car to cut off Yarda, but Yarda through. Tim now needs to get the car going the right direction so he doesn't lose more positions. Not that it makes any difference in this heat. Tim across the line in fourth position. Exciting racing for those guys as Denick gets punted over the wall. Vincent Adultman sent flying over the fence as they cross the line. There we go, JP. I think that was the most exciting heat yet.
Yep, looks like Vincent Adultman got pitched out of bounds. And Etienne was also out of bounds, but so those two did not finish.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was punted over just before the line. He wasn't credited with crossing the line, so he's not going to get a finish here.
Let's see if we can take a look at the results. Yes, we do. And would help if I turn off the timing tower. Went off because I got lucky for once. RD2 and 136 miles per hour advance in the into the semifinal run. Yarda, Tim, Onifus, Uber, Arska, Gore, Diablo, and Adultman end up in the relegation run.
Next grid coming up, we'll have SRP Master Yuka Hidema Leedy, Jared Mead, twice champion of this race, just ahead of True Alpha, Yona Katila. Jag behind them, Jammin, Jam 616, Flying ET, Zadoris, Chameleon, and Pin UK making up the next heat. There you can see once again the event format. This is the XRGT, the XRG at the Fern Bay Bullring. An oval-ish dirt course with some bumps, some jumps, a hairpin, barriers, but no obstacles more dangerous than the competitors bumping and bashing into one another. We're going through the heat races right now, each of those 10 laps. We have 5 of these remaining, I think, JP. Maybe 4 or 3 of these remaining. We're starting...
So.
Let's see, heat 4. We got 3 heats remaining.
We were split into 6 heats. So
yeah, that's right. So 3 heats remaining. Heat 4 about to start in just a minute, and then after we finish the heats, we will have the final, the battle royale. Well, I think the final comes after the relegation rounds, and then a little bit more fun after that. Grid getting ready in the background. Most everyone readied up and about to go. Someone just removed from the grid. That was SRP Master removed from the grid. They're probably trying to set the order correctly. Yeah, so we'll be ready to go in just a minute. JP, do you think you'll ever run this race? Or are you an absolute no?
I wouldn't expect, because before I started filling in for Pete last year, I was always either busy traveling, sleeping, or working.
That's how it was for me too. I've always watched these because I was busy doing something else, but never actually got to participate in it myself like I am this year. Lights coming up in just a moment. 10, 11 drivers on the grid this time. SRP Master will lead them away as soon as the lights come up. Now, 2 red lights waiting for them to go away. Green and off. JP.
What a start for Master. He gets through. Leedy has been pitched around, but not completely by that was True Alpha. They're side by side. In them, someone is going for a Sin Finuke, and now a big schmozzle here, as we expect, and we love to see at the hairpin on lap 1. Leedy has been dropped back. Finuke is trying to pitch him onto the inside wall at corner number 4. Jag leads the first lap. Here is Master up behind him, going to try a dive into the hairpin, a little too far back, but Jag almost pitches it around and spins and loses the lead now, as behind all action in here, and Yoni Katila is now down towards the back.
Yeah, I have bad news for everyone. That is, at the end of the first lap, Yoni Katila was dead last, made up a couple spots on the second lap with some cars going sideways, and now nobody wants Yoni Katila behind them, whether it's a clown race or otherwise, because he is so quick, he can make up so much time. And when there's nothing but fun on the line, I dare say he's not going to be too fussed about punting competitors out of the way. Even though his speed might very well suffice. So we'll keep an eye on Yoni at the back as all 3 of the leaders go into the wall at the front.
So Master sending the leader off. Jag has dropped down to P4 now.
Yeah, and that's a back marker in the middle of the road in the first corner. So Master has taken the lead over from Jag, who has fallen down to 4th or 5th position now.
Master's been hip checked by the leader, or by a back marker, excuse me.
Yeah, Master threw back markers now, as you said. Close race at the very front. SRP Master nearly loses it himself. That is Yuka Hidema at the very front now. Goes by Master as he gets turn 1 all wrong. But this is going to be a big send without the punt. Hidema just lets him through instead of punishing him for it. But all these drivers slowing themselves down. Meanwhile, behind them, Leedy in 5th. That's Jared Mead. And Yoni Katila, True Alpha, making up time. Not many laps left for them to make an impact. But I think these two, they could work together. Leedy makes up another spot. He just went under somebody. I didn't see who it was. But if these cars at the front keep colliding with one another...
And then Leedy's been broken into the wall. Good revenge there.
Yeah, that was Yoni with the kill in the Martini livery. Leedy's still ahead of Yoni, but these two trying to make up time. They've got a back marker in the way. 3 laps left to do it. That's Zadoris in the middle of Jared Mead and Yoni Catilla sandwich. This is for position. My mistake. Zadoris came from the very back. Yoni
Ooh, look at Yoni
Catilla
on the
does
move,
them
gets 2
both
for
in
1.
the hairpin. There you go, JP.
That's beautiful. So top 2, not very interested in taking each other out. They know they're into the semifinal run. Going for bragging rights as we have some side-by-side comp.
Oh, that is a kill into turn 1. Car almost up and over the wall. Yeah, that's Yuka Hedema not needing to fight there, but doing it anyway. SRP Master going through back markers. I don't know why the back marker is letting him through. That's not how this works at all. But it's still a close race at the front. Yuka Hedema well in the lead across the line. Now, race finished. So an unlikely win for him. In the background, Yuka Catilla got punted nearly up and over the hairpin
just
barrier.
ahead of True Alpha. Jared Mead, you're into the relegation run.
Yeah, into the relegation run with some very strong drivers. A great race for some of these guys. We said this early on, during the warm-up, JP, that any one of these drivers could win this event, and yeah, these are Yuka Hedema was not very well up the qualifying order. Great showing from drivers like Zadoris. I think he was hard done by near the end of the race because he was running in the middle of the pack. But very strong drivers, champions, not past champions of this event, but champions of other major events. Yoni Catilla, well down the order, will have to get in from the relegation round. There's the results. Yuka Hedema 6-2-1 wins over SRP Master. Those two will advance from Heat 4 into the final. Jam and True Alpha Jag. Jared Mead leading there in 7th. Zadoris in 8th. Jam 616 finishes 9th. Chameleon 10th. And Finn UK in 11th place.
Oh, good. Looks like everyone who started finished this run, so nobody pitched over or out of bounds. For that, we need a little more action like that, wouldn't you say, Travis?
I would say so. I think 11 finishers from 11 starters is a success in its own right.
Heat 5 will be up next. That will have Rage Green Lorenzo, Unite, Twin Cam, Redbot, Heroloco, Hikal 361, Mark 99, Adal from MRC, Dr. Augustin, and Mani.
Grid up, lights about to come on, waiting for the red lights, 2 of those, and then green after that. There's the first one, the second one, wait for those to go out. Green lights are on, and they are away. JP, take them into turn 1.
Lorenzo, Unite, side by side, got spinners at the back, and all action. That's Mark 99. Who's going to send? Redbot's going to send on the inside, but he gets sent off himself by Heroloco, and we have the doctor upside down. I think he will need some medical attention after that. Drivers, remember, that are in the bounds of the track and disabled are allowed to stay there to be additional chicanes for everybody. So Lorenzo has the lead. Unite is behind him. Is he going to try to send a little too far back? Lorenzo gets it wrong coming out of the hairpin.
Yeah, strong entry into the hairpin by Finnish rallying talent Sidus Unite, Nico Pantola. So a close race at the front.
Out of bounds.
Well, it was bound to happen eventually. No driver sent out of bounds in the previous race, but finally have one in this one. As we do have that car sitting upside down in the hairpin, as JP said. They're welcome and happy to be an additional obstacle. As we look at MK99 coming into the hairpin,
and then getting sent off by that looks like Twin Cam.
Was that Twin Cam? The Twin Cam has just come through. That was the green.
No, that was Redbot that sent
him
him off, and then Twin Cam up ahead.
Yeah, carnage behind now, Twin Cam causing havoc. And there is a car on the tarmac trying to rejoin. We'll have to look and see who that is. Unite now up into the lead. That was a brilliant kill by Redbot. Doctor using, well,
Doctor's trying to get a run up to the the barrier and try to get into the paddock area. Here's Lorenzo, and Unite has been spun around somehow here at the hairpin. So Lorenzo into the lead.
Yeah, I think Lorenzo, we missed it, but I think Lorenzo
Unite
made
dropped
a
out
big
into he is into P3, so there was a back marker involved.
Yeah, I think it was a big send from a back marker by a really late move from Lorenzo. So Lorenzo back in the lead, as you said, with some back markers between him and Nico. One back marker, that's Redbot, has a doctor still in the background trying to get over the fence and back into the race. But looks like Lorenzo is in control here. Unite pretty far back, but Lorenzo, as we have seen in earlier heats, will have to worry about back markers. Would not put it past Redbot. In fact, if he's listening, Redbot, I encourage you to enhance the complexion of this race as we see Dr. Hart into the barrier head on in the background. There we go.
Ooh, Unite sent Redbot around. That's going to be... luckily, Unite has a big gap.
Oh, sorry,
third
JP.
place.
Lorenzo into the barrier hard in the hairpin. He was sent by the bright green car, a back marker. I can't tell who that was. Lorenzo, hard front end damage into the barrier. He went straight into it, but manages to come away. Yeah, it was Heikel361 who has decided not to try to make any of these corners at all. As someone, is that twin cam?
Yeah,
parked
Twin
on
Cam
Apex?
was spun at the hairpin trying to interfere with some people.
This is the racing we came to see, JP. Everyone messing with everyone else. Out of contention, who cares? Make the leader pay, make the leader work for it. Somehow Lorenzo has managed to hold on to the lead of this race. The twin cam coming with the big punt. Redbot.
Ooh, big thrust. The Redbot. Unite tries to get through it. Redbot, and Unite does get through it. Redbot sideways. Lorenzo will come across the line to finish in first.
So I would say right there, that
And
is what
Unite
it
gets
takes.
P2.
Yeah, that is what it takes to win this event, is to persevere and have a little bit of luck. Lorenzo, with everyone attacking him lap after lap after lap, still manages to take the win there. And Unite, Nico Pantola, only 1 second behind, fights through the back markers, trying to ruin his race to hold on to P2 and close that gap. Had a sniff of the win there, but either way, advances from Heat 5 and into the final.
Looks like everyone has completed.
There we go, Heat 5 done, JP.
Yep. Lorenzo, Unite, Augustin, Mark 99, Twin Cam, Herloco, Hermani, Redbot, and Hilda361 had a couple DNFs that didn't spec in good time, so we don't have them on our list. But Lorenzo and Unite advance to the semifinals.
Yeah, my drivers of the day so far, Redbot and Heikel, for making that one interesting. They were relegated early on in that race and decided to make the most of it for everyone else watching by becoming moving chicanes, torpedoes, missiles, etc., and making the leaders work for that. Hats off to Lorenzo and Unite as well for persevering and managing to retain their first and second positions despite all of the trouble thrown their way off into the final themselves. Next grid coming up now. This will be the sixth and final heat. Upsess, Martin, Capal,
Quarterfinal heat 6.
Yep. Stephen Martin,
Upsess,
Panteo.
Capal, T-Bug, Terho, Stephen Martin, Panteo, JOA, Leandro, Gum Donald, SOLV, and Yavi.
Gridding up in the background. Nobody ready yet. Looks like we're still trying to find a few drivers for this grid, but we'll be up and going in just a minute. Leandro ready, so we're getting closer. Few more drivers readied up, almost ready to go.
We'll have quarterfinal relegation runs after this heat.
Looks like we have 3 relegation runs scheduled after the heats are over. That was weird. We were up on... We had the grid set and ready to start, and now we are gridding one more time. So we will look at the sky at Fern Bay while we wait for them to sort that out. Everyone blaming the server in the background for an odd glitch. Back to the grid screen. We'll have
Well,
this sorted out in
let's
just a
find
minute.
somebody to blame here.
Well, that's Pete.
Let's pull somebody in. So, Jared, why are you causing so much trouble for everybody today?
Am I?
Yeah, your spirit is making the broadcaster not work. You just made this false start that we had for going from the lobby to the green. You weren't even in the race and you did that.
Okay, fair, I guess. Look, I lost my heat race. I'm in the relegation, and if I can't advance, then nobody's going to advance, and I'm just going to burn this event to the ground.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. So what was the most shameful thing from your view in your heat race?
Oh, probably just the start. Just bat off the line, and then just very shameful on everybody else to just push me into the wall and go by me. I mean, they're supposed to let me through.
Just the audacity, not letting the champion into P1 and allowing him to walk away.
Exactly, the shame.
So how do you approach a relegation run? So there are far more cars in the relegation rounds. You need to finish near the top to get into the final. Is it full send, maximum kill, or do you watch others get moved away out of the way for you, or how do you do it? What's your strategy?
My strategy is to cross my fingers and hope for the best.
Fair enough. Well, the
All
light's
right.
about to come up. That was Jared Mead. 1 red light, 2 red lights, about to go green. We'll hand this over to JP. Now, off they go into turn 1.
Upsass gets a clean way through there. Martin Capel alongside him in P number 2. And
Martin,
Capel sends
big guy.
Upsass into the wall and survives to P1 now. Pantheo and Moore scrambling in the back.
I've seen this a couple times now where the two leaders decide to just play chicken into the hairpin, end up side by side in the outside wall, and then it is so scruffy behind them that they can drive away.
Oh, we had a
Martin Capel.
hit, and looks like JOA has been pitched out of bounds. He's rejoined, but that is not going to be standing. That is not allowed to telepit and rejoin in the.
Did
in
he
the event.
telepit, or did he telepit, or
Yeah,
was
he
he
did.
pitched into the paddock? Ah, okay, he telepitted.
Yeah,
Well.
he got pitched over the wall outside of turn 1, and then pit and rejoined, which is verboten.
Yep, he will indeed be asked to leave as Martin Capel away in the lead with Upsus behind them. A very competitive race here at the front. These two looking quite strong, running
Yeah,
nose
go
to
for the
tail.
send up, says. Give
Yeah,
a
I
big
think-
run, and he does. Pitches Capel on the
Oh,
wall, but
no, he
far
takes
out.
them both
Capel
out.
is out. That has worked extraordinarily well for Upsass. Fantastic
big-
action for CRASHMAAS.
Big honk from Martin Capel. I think he will be equally amused and frustrated that it was going so well. The two of them could have worked together at the front to transfer. Instead, Upsus goes for all of it. Upsus getting boos from his own teammates for that kill on Martin Capel. That completely unnecessary kill. But entertaining for us and for everyone else. That moves Pantheo up into second position.
Yep, with
Though he
Stephen
is
Martin now
fighting.
trying to take it back. Martin taking the wider line as Pantheo tries to take him out. That doesn't work, so Martin has the dive bomb opportunity with SOLV now pit maneuvers Steve Martin around.
Yep, Stephen Martin now going backward. Everyone is going past him because he has not been able to recover Pantheo wide through the hairpin. And looking for Stephen Martin all the way at the back, bar Martin Capel now. As we look at
Pantheo
Pantheo
has
trying to
Yavi,
catch.
the back marker, to worry about. Will Yavi cause Pantheo problems? Going a little
I
wide
certainly
through the
hope so.
corner and having a slow run out. Mucks Pantheo out and squats on the apex of the hairpin. That's some good blue moving, blue flag back marker kerfuffles.
Yeah, it was a great lag boost. We used that feature deliberately for E-Challenge to speed up the cars, and there Pantheo fired off the hairpin as Upsus looks like he's just cleared a couple back markers into the lead even further with Pantheo
Yeah,
behind.
Upsus is out here on his own with no vision of any cars either side of him, except Steve Martin up ahead. Steve Martin can take some action here on Upsus. Let's go, Steve.
Yeah, I think there's an opportunity here for Steve to get paid by Martin Capel. If I were Stephen Martin, I would be jumping on the brakes and phoning in
like
the
that?
receipt. There we go.
Yes,
On the
do it,
brakes.
Steve.
And Stephen
Pantheo
unfortunately away.
does get about half the gap closed up here as we're on the final lap. Stephen Martin now will try to take care of Pantheo, as will Yavi. And Steve Martin does get Pantheo. Can Terho sneak by? Yes!
Just like that.
Terho gets P2 and will survive the events, and Pantheo now has to go through the relegation run.
Yeah, the a difficult race for P2 in that one. Adal cheering for Panthea, or sorry, for Taro in the background. Yeah, that's how this goes. If you can avoid the trouble, which is so difficult to do, as we saw for the last 4 minutes, there you go, right through. Imposter DSR, not the DSR I raced for back in the day, has a driver into the final as the last cars cross the line, and we look forward to the relegation round. I think if Martin Paul is in chat, we should pull him down here and get some spicy takes while he is
Yes,
still
let's
fuming
do.
over that kill.
I think he's in here somewhere.
Oh, he's not in here.
Martin Kapow has his mic muted, but now that he's done in the run, Martin Kapow, welcome to the broadcast. You were very succinctly taken out. I think everybody gave that takeout on you a 10 out of 10, except you, I think.
Oh yes, everyone was like, yeah, take out Upsus, but it was the other way around.
Well, maybe they were aiming for Upsus and they got you instead. He almost, for what it's worth, I'm sure you could see this from your view, he almost took himself out. He was up on top of your car and then fell back in while you ended up rolling out.
Oh, what a shame. But I will try my best in the relegation run.
Yeah, so we asked Jared this. What is your what's your strategy for the relegation round now? Do you wait for the kills to happen ahead of you? Do you create the kills yourself? Are you full send? Are you conservative? How do you do it?
I'll try full send, but at the same time, I'll keep an eye out in my mirrors more, so I'll try to avoid being crashed.
Well, good luck to you. Sorry, not sorry. You were taken out so unceremoniously, but we wish you the best luck in the relegation round.
Thanks, and have fun.
Yep. Cheers, buddy.
Let's find
Well, there we
somebody
go.
else to talk to. Let's bring Provost in. How about that? Mr. Provost, welcome to This is
Hello.
CRASHMAAS broadcast. You're doing a very good thing for NDR by being in the relegation run.
And crashing out on the third corner of the first lap. Yep.
Did you
Yeah,
get
well,
help, or did you do that yourself?
I got help.
Yes, you got very good help. Unfortunately, Head Steward Provost, there was nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna appeal.
Not today, anyway.
Where? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you. So yeah,
Oh, good.
so, but you know, do you think, Provost, you being in the race, there are going to be people that are going after you because of decisions that you and I have made and NDR have made against them in the races we've sanctioned this year?
Probably. I do have on my livery some penalty incoming boop on the front and appeal within and stuff like that. So I'm sure there would be.
Well, I guess you're pitching out on turn 3, lap 1 was an appeal filed.
Yes, denied.
Do you know who took you out?
No, I have no idea.
Hmm.
I need to
Well,
look back.
ask around, because I think
Yes.
that should, whoever that was, should be your target.
Actually, good shout. I still do that now before relegation.
As
there you
we
go.
just real quick, Travis and Provost, let's acknowledge the results of the 6th and final quarterfinal heat. Upsets and Terho advanced to the semifinals. The following drivers advanced to the relegation round of the quarterfinals. SOLV, Pantheo, Gumdonald, Leandro, Stephen Martin, Javi, Kapal, and Joa. Kapal and Joa both being pitched over and unable to continue the run.
Yeah, and on the topic of Martin Kapal, he will be in the first of the relegation rounds. You'll also be in there with Unikatilla, Stephen Martin, Mandula, our friend who helps us with so many of the great trailers and videos, Young Stiefla. So a lot of strong drivers in this round. Harold Loco in there as well. So expect as much, if not more, carnage out of the first of the relegation rounds as we prepare to set the grid for the final 2023. This is
Yes,
CRASHMAAS
this is.
event.
We'll have the quarterfinal relegation runs next, 3 of them, and I believe the top 2 will of each will advance to the semifinals.
I found out who it was, and they're on my hit list.
And who was it?
It was
Or did-
SG Mad Jester.
Mad Jester. All right,
No
Mad
relation.
Jester. Is Mad Jester in the chat? Can we start a feud? I don't think I saw a Mad Jester up there, so that we can pull him in the commentary box to start a shouting match before the relegation round. But it'll be, I guess it's just going to be, it'll end up being a surprise for him when you punt him into the trees.
Yes.
In your relegation run.
All right, Mr. Provost, good luck as you wait for your relegation run assignment.
Thank you very much. Have fun.
Yep, we'll talk to you later.
As you said that, his relegation round assignment is set. He will be in relegation round 2. The grids all configured. Well, not configured, but the roster's set for all the relegation rounds. 3 of them, once again, each with about 15 drivers or so in them. Relegation round number 1, I should say, coming up in just a few moments. In the background, drivers going round in circles, punting one another, learning how to deal with crash damage, learning how to get back into the circuit if sent on the wrong side of the barrier, while we wait to reset and put the grid in place.
We have 17 per relegation run. Top 2 of each will advance to the semifinal, and those will still be 10 laps each. If you do not finish in the top 2 in your quarterfinal relegation run, Travis, you are done running for the final.
Until, I think there's the, is the bonus run everyone?
I believe it's only those that are, the bonus run is everyone, but that, yeah, the bonus run at the end is everyone, but the last chance run, I believe, is only for those that are relegated out of the semifinals.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. Ooh, a little bit of salt from Gabor in the
said it more
background.
dramatically than I did. Top 2 advance to the semifinals. For the rest, the main run is over.
Yeah, Gabor is in chat calling the winners lucky. We'll see how this lands with all of these guys who are putting their immense talents into killing one another.
The 17 for relegation run number 1 of the quarterfinal round will be Kapal, Tony, Asraka, True Alpha, which is Yoni Cadilla, Jam Jesse, Haraloco, Stephen Martin, VM Tzu, Mandula, Mark99, Joa, Stiefla from Born to Race, Young from the Erdentins, Gum Garage is Donald, SOLV, Krishu, and FinUK.
And they are
See,
setting
FinUK
that starting grid
more than 2/3 of a lap done from his earlier quarterfinal.
Yeah, he did not get much time on the track earlier on. Grid being set in the background, a couple drivers ready to go. About 3 or 4 more to put on the grid. We should be underway in, I would guess about a minute or so, JP.
If that long.
Just a couple
So
more
who
to
do
bring in
you
now.
think is going to advance from this run, Travis? I would I would give a good shout towards Kapal making it through this one, and I think we might get from the back maybe Young or Mandula getting lucky P2.
Yeah, I think Mandula from the back. Yoni is, I think Yoni will be pretty strong. He learned a lot pretty quickly into his heat. Martin Kapal is in the unenviable position of being out there in the lead. I think he just has to cross his fingers, hope, pray, whatever his superstition of choice is, to make it through turn 1 and then try to turn this into a winning effort. 2 red lights up, green about to come on now. Green lights on. Cars are away. Martin Kapal already done in turn 1, so he's down to 3rd, getting turned around backward. Cars over the barrier. 1 car over the barrier. That is Jam Jesse is done upside down. Martin Kapal still being bashed around in the background, while Tony Arska, True Alpha, Yoni Catilla away. Martin Kapal through cleanly somehow as we look over the back of that car as we end the first of 6 laps. These relegation rounds very short. Arska in the lead. Tony has fallen backward. Somebody has turned Yoni Catilla around because he's fallen from 3rd to 5th. Arska in control right now, while Yoni looks for the Gun
Young tried
Garage
to go
car.
for a send at the hairpin, and it did not work at all well for him.
No, and Yoni, these two fighting side by side, will be champing at the bit to get through them and try to fight for the lead on pace.
Ooh, some good contact here. Everybody washes out wide, compromising their entry to turn 2.
Yeah, Yoni on the back of LV trying to get across the
Finn
front of
UK
Donald's
lapped
car.
already and trying to make life difficult for Arska.
And good for him, because that makes it more interesting for us.
And
Tony
Tony
wants
is
to
going
get
to try
through.
to go for a send on them. Nope, he will not. We do not like to see that. We want to see the sends.
We do want to see the sends, but I think he's thinking conservatively. If he can hold this position, then he is through to the final. Meanwhile, Yoni Katila is through LV. He's up to third
that is
position.
up to P3. First loser in this case. Kapal not having a good day right now at the hairpin.
Oh, there is. Oh, Yoni Katila is past Jam Tony.
Here is True Alpha's chance, but he's caught up in the action too.
Yeah, he was side by side until he caught all of those cars, went the wrong way around it, and now he is behind Arska, though there's cars, they're side by side ahead of him coming on to the final lap. Yoni Katila is in third. He can see second. That's Arska right ahead of him, his teammate. Will he kill his own teammate in order to get through to the final?
Jarloka, but Yoni Katila has a good run through the hairpin. Arska runs wide, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
I don't think it will be, and Harold Logan turns it around.
No, we'll just miss out.
Yeah, Yoni had a shot on the fifth
Mark
lap.
99 with a challenge from, looks like that's Stiefla, and Stiefla will get the position. But everybody now finishing is out of the run for the semifinal or the championship today.
Yeah, so that's Jam Tony through, and
Stephen Martin has ended up upside down and will not
his teammate,
finish.
Yoni Katila. Yeah, Yoni Katila nearly pulled it off on the fifth lap. It looked like he was almost through on the hairpin. That is a lag boost if I've ever seen one. Stephen Martin still upside down after all of that, while we see the blinking pop-up headlights to the side. And there we go. The first of the relegation rounds done, JP.
Yep, looks like we had a couple others not finished, but Yam Tony and Arska advanced to the semifinals. Eliminated from the run for the glory today are True Alpha, SOLV, Stiefla, Zoo, Mark 99, Gum Donald, Mandula, Kapal, Martin, Young, Haraloco, Finn UK, and Jesse not making the flag at all. Well, it looks like my predictions ended up not at all.
Well, it's not too big a surprise, I think, considering how each of these races is essentially a lottery ticket, a crapshoot, a die roll, whatever your gamble of choice may be. Next grid coming up now.
Relegation run number 2, Vincent Altman, Magic, Leedy, Redbot, Michael, Jag, Pantheo, Yaroslav Donalik, Provost, Jam616, Leandro, Onifus, Findy Alonso, Doctor, Augustin, Darnus, and Hermione. Kind of sounds like just a normal race grid there, Travis.
It kind of does. I think we should pull Jared Mead down into the commentary box just as the lights go green. What do you say?
We can do a bit of a distraction.
Sounds good.
Jared, poor luck for this race, former king.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're in.
No, we're gonna just trash some people here real quick.
Oh, okay.
Provost, I would wish you good luck, but please do not represent us very well today.
Of course. I expect nothing less.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Jarda.
Hello.
Quick bite from you on what you think for the race. We're just doing a quick grid walk.
I hope I will manage to make some noise.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Full sends.
Of course. This is
All right.
CRASHMAAS.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. I think that's good as we're getting ready to to go here.
Yeah, only Redbot yet to ready up, and we'll be away shortly. Are we going to troll Jared when the lights go green?
Nah, I think we'll wait. We'll wait for when it's critical and he's about to win.
Ooh, good call. Fair enough. All right, grid set. We're about to There we go. We see them. We got everybody on the grid now. An SBTV car there at the very front. That's Vincent Adultman, Zdenek Sagash, our friend Kid on pole position. Lights coming up now. The red lights are out. Green. Away we go. JP, take him into turn one.
Michael
for the
gets
last
a
relegation
good
round.
start and pitches Meaty off to the side. We like that. And Meaty is out of bounds. Meaty has been kicked. No, he came back in with lag. Yag is out of bounds completely. And more carnage here in the back. Redbot has been pitched over. Provost is actually going quite well now, just going up the inside of Augustin and now Pantheo, but he's about to be switched around as Lady is now trying to figure out which way the course goes.
That is Magic in the lead, JP, with Jam 616 behind him, then MRC Michael, Augustine, Pantheo. Provost is in sixth. How about that?
Yep, he is in P6 now and tries to give some difficulty to Ornifus.
Augustine out of bounds in turn in the hairpin now.
That's
going
hard luck for
backward.
him, but we like to see people pitched out of bounds. Michael tries to sneak around Jam 616, who got it wrong at the hairpin, and tries to pit and maneuver himself as he tries to assume a decent racing life. But Michael and Magic top two if the race were to be flagged right now. But look for a good send from Jam 616 in this battle for the transfer spot.
Provost in the background went from fifth to the back. He has taken a bad punt as Magic goes through. Magic is backward. He got into Provost.
Excellent work from Provost. And that'll hold up Michael and Jam 616. But Michael now scoots boogies into the lead.
Just like that, Magic was in a clean lead, and Provost puts down the perfect moving chicane. That car crabbing badly. All four corners a little bit different. Is this in the rules, JP? Can you just turn around and go backward?
No, you cannot drive counter race.
You cannot drive backward.
You have to do a J-turn rapidly or turn around on your position. So Jam 616 tries to send full send on Onifus, and this will let Leandro into P2 as they come to the flag. So Michael wins the relegation run, and looks like Leandro will come across P2. So Michael and Leandro advance to the semifinals. Onifus comes in third, Jam 616 fourth, Pantheo is across the line in fifth. Lady falls down in sixth position.
Someone on the wrong side of the barrier there, JP. I can't tell who it is.
That's Doctor.
A Doctor who was outside the barriers in his heat and tried to get back in unsuccessfully. So there was a friendly chat message from Michael thanking Jam 616 for not killing him when he had the opportunity.
We didn't like that from Jam 616. So there's your full results on screen, Travis.
Yeah, Michael takes the win with Leandro behind. I think the lead changed in 6 times in as many laps as we had in that event. Onifus third will not make it through to the final, nor will any of these drivers behind. Jam 616 in fourth, followed by Pantheo. Jared Mead, twice champion, will not be in the final, will not defend his championship today. Magic behind him led the race until it all went wrong. Yarda full send. He stuck to his word, finishes 8th, Doctor in 9th. Provost looked okay on lap 1, and then not so much after that, ahead of Augustine in 11th. Vincent Adultman, our teammate, unfortunately in 12th position, Redbot in 13th, and then Jag all the way back there in 14th. As we begin setting the grid for the third and final of the relegation runs. That'll be Thea Muley. Isaac Price has a shot to get through to the final. Twin Cam, who wants to defend his championship today in this third relegation round. T-Bug, Mad Jester, Tim Donater, Heichel361, who caused so much chaos and entertainment for us in his heat earlier. Jammin, Pino758, Uber, Adal, Flying ET, Etienne, Zadoris, Chameleon, Gore, and Yavi will be the grid for the third and final of the relegation runs before we set the grid for the final, the championship round.
Yaroslav, what a fantastic attack you did in that race.
That's a good question.
It's like,
it didn't go as well as planned.
Well, at least,
But did
at
you
least,
have fun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
and you did work to try and take people out, which is the spirit of the event.
Of course. But I'm pretty sure I am not the MVP of that relegation round, unfortunately.
I think we'll talk to the one that was. Michael Malik, congratulations on winning that relegation run, and you thanked Jam616 for not taking out, but I think we need to confess that that was not the spirit of the event.
Well, I'm not sure what the strategy was, but I'm glad to finish this relegation run in the first place, which allows me to advance further. I was kind of skeptical, but it looks like Gem was good enough to not kill me at the nearest opportunity, and that allowed me to go forward.
And we'll be honest with you, we think less of them for that. Though we are thrilled that you were able to make it through to the final. Lights about to come up now. Thank you for joining us, Michael. Lights coming up now for the third and final of the relegation runs. Red lights on, red lights off, green away. JP, last relegation run.
Yes, sir. Last relegation run of the quarter-final round. Tidy entrance through turn one. We do have a bit of a couple spinners at the back. That is ATN and Flying ET. But we have the action we want to see at the hairpin. There's everybody off, and pitched over was Pino 758. So he'll be out of the ring, and he'll need some tremendous luck to get back in. Big action towards the back here, as who's our leader? Mad Jester is clearly into the lead. He's already at the hairpin. Nobody else is there now except the Helmuly. The Helmuly is second. The top two have a good lead as Adal spins. Isaac Price and Tim DeConator are the best of the rest at the moment, and trying to work their way forward here.
Tim Donato just got through him on the hairpin. Isaac Price, a little bit too polite on the first lap, managed to come away fifth from a second-place start. But now that Tim has done a big send in the hairpin, I would expect Isaac to do the same thing as Twin Cam comes through both of them. He's going to get stuck in the barrier, though. Twin Cam.
That didn't work
and
for
now he's
Twin
going to
Cam.
get turned around again.
But causing all sorts of malarkey here at the hairpin as Mad Jester and the Helmuly try and catch up. The Helmuly getting mucked around by, is that Adal, the back marker?
Yes, it was.
Wanted a full send, but the top two still so far. Boring, pedestrian action here is now Mad Jester will be in the first one to arrive at the hairpin with Uber and Eichel 361, and Adal does a full send on the Helmuly, which spins him around. Tim DeConnor will advance into the second transfer spot. Isaac Price is now fighting for the bottom spot with Tim DeConator.
Yeah, Tim Donato has lots of breathing room, too, on the final lap. I don't think he has any back markers ahead of him. It's all coming off behind them, but Mad Jester is a long way ahead in the lead. Oh, Tim Donato, Heichel tries to has one last chance to create havoc and swap the positions, but can't get the kill on Tim Donato. Tim Donato through in second. Gore also going left to right across the racetrack to stop
Mad Jester
Tim Donato,
did not finish. Mad Jester got sent out of the track just before the line.
We missed it.
Hit the wall on his own, and he missed it. He's not in the race, so that promotes Isaac to the semifinals. So Tim DeConator and Isaac Price getting the top two spots.
How did we miss it? He must have been a back marker. I was watching Tim Donato to see him get through because Heichel nearly killed him, and then we just completely missed.
Sounds like Gore might have done it because somebody's thanking Gore. Yannick Catilla is thanking Gore for getting Isaac in.
Yeah, Gore was. He was just going back and forth across the racetrack at the start-finish line. Don't know if that's entirely on, but it's great for us. A shock ending there. Isaac Price looked like he was done and out of it. Tim Donato promoted to the win. Isaac Price gets through into the final. Matt Jester calls it even more bad luck than Jag. Seems like he's a good sport about it, just calling it bad luck and not total substitute.
So Tim
there you go, the results.
And Isaac Price getting advanced. Let's bring Tim down and see if he saw what happened. Tim DeConator, welcome to the broadcast.
Hi, Jonathan.
So, I thought that you might have just squeaked in and then looked up at the results sheet and saw you were in P1. Do you have any clue what happened?
Yeah, Matt Chester flipped over the barrier before the finish line, so he was outside the barriers and there's no finish line there.
But was he helped, or did he do it himself?
I think he did it himself. I
Oh,
was
no.
not behind him.
Yeah, because
so
there was a
nobody
car,
near
Gore.
him and just made a mistake. Who might have been trying to showboat.
Yeah, I think he wanted too much speed out of the last corner.
Oh no. Yeah, Gore was
So
there.
it sounds like
Gore
from
was
our
there
Spotteramo
causing-
that he avoided hitting Gore and ended up being the gory one.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a sad turn of events, but I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah,
Good, and,
you are through into the final. How about that?
It's gonna be a tough one. We got many fast drivers, so and it's always luck with where you start and what happens in the corners where you are.
Your rallycross skills coming into good work today, Tim.
Yeah, they did so the last 2 years, so I hope to make the final again, and then we'll see what happens.
All right, good luck to you the rest of the day, Tim. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, have a good night.
Let's bring Isaac in, Travis. Isaac, you with us?
Yep.
How are you, good sir? Good luck. Good luck from your end with the misfortune of the race leader on the line, and you got to advance to the semifinal with, as you say in the game, tremendous skill.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened, to be honest. I was in third place and just saw the car on the outside of the track before the finish line, so yeah, got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, you were out and then you were in.
Yeah, also, like, we passed a bunch of crash cars in the last corner, and I wasn't really sure which ones were, like, actually on the same lap as me and which ones weren't, so yeah, I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest.
Well, and it
Tremendous
was-
hits to your safety rating today, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
here
that was-
for.
that was the green car of Gore there near the line, which apparently Mad Jester was trying to avoid and sent himself out into the Shadow Realm. Looked like he tried to take you out, and you just narrowly avoided him.
Yeah, that was all skill, not luck.
I'm sure it was. Well, you're through into the final, the very last transfer spot in all of these heats and relegation rounds. Good luck to you. What's your strategy?
Well, I mean, after that, I have to win the whole event, right? Like, you know, you're out until the last, like, second of the race, so, I mean, that just means it's destiny now. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I'd say so, but yeah, destiny may not put you in the top spot. So I would say, yeah, I would say big sins and cross your fingers and maybe become a praying man.
Who
Will do.
have you been seeing as your biggest threat so far today?
Anyone who's behind me into turn one.
That's quite right. I appreciate the honesty. So, looks like you're going to be. Ronnie's working on the spreadsheet right now. Looks like you might end up in Heat 1.
Is that with Gabor?
Gabor
It's
is currently marked in Heat 3 with Obsess, Unite, Terho, Born to Race 136 miles per hour, and RTA Trakida. Looks like Isaac, you're in Heat 1 with RD2, Master, yourself, Tony, Roni, and Tim DeKnotter.
Okay.
So I think you if you're in third with somebody, do you want to work with them to advance and try to catch, and try to run as clean as you can to try and catch, or are you gonna just throw caution to the wind and do whatever you can to get alone?
Well, that was what I was trying to do in that race, was just to work with them. But actually, I think I would have been better off just trying to get into third and then hope someone else crashes in the top two. So,
Well, there you go. It worked out for you that time.
yep.
All right, semifinals will be 10-lap heats. Top two advance directly to the final. All right, Isaac, we will talk to you later. Good luck the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Yeah, I realized, JP, that I've been saying final when what I meant was semifinal, transferring to the semifinals to then do the last chance run after the semifinal heats and then the final.
Well, you're married, so you're used to being wrong, right?
Well, yes, and you are too, so I assume you are too.
So 3 semifinal heats. Top 2 of each semifinal heat advance to the final, and the 4 losers will advance to the last chance run.
Yes, indeed. Grid set for this one. Just waiting for the drivers to ready up. I guess the drivers in these heats can breathe a little bit because there aren't as many cars on the track. Though, I think as we get down to the semifinals, perhaps drivers start to get a little bit more aggressive. Here we go. 6 drivers on the grid, 3 in the front row, 3 in the second row, ready for the lights. There they are now. Red lights on, green lights on.
Away we go, and Master gets a very good start. Roney tries to put Isaac out of the way, but ends himself up in last. What is Tim DeCanado going to do? Tim pushes Tony, which pushes him into Isaac and RD2. So now Tim DeCanado promotes himself from 5th to 2nd. Isaac, RD2 have spun and are dropped back, but that lets Roney back up into P number... I think he's going to still be in 5th now, or 6th. But back into contact. Tim now goes on ascend on Master, pitches him around. That doesn't work for Tim. That lets Tony try and catch up, so we accordion back up.
Yeah, and if these two keep running like this, banging into one another, that puts Jam Tony and Isaac Price in position to maybe snatch these top 2 spots. Though, Rally Driver 2, RD2, not far behind. Close race.
Look at this
for
sin
3rd
by
position.
Tim. That's a sin that results in no contact, and now Tony gives some contact to Master. So now we're going to look for Master and Tony to do a send on Tim. Tim has everybody behind him. Number 1 has the target on his back.
Yeah, that was an absolutely mint slide job, as we say in sprint car racing, from Tim Donater. But now, no big send from Master, and Tim goes a little bit wide. So now all 1, 2, 3, 4,
RD2
5 cars.
picks off Isaac with a nice argy-bargy hip check.
Yeah, all 5 of these cars nose to tail now.
RD2's been the most aggressive so far as we're coming to the cross flags this time by.
Master. Oh,
Tony
there we
gives
go.
it to Master. Isaac tries to
is
sneak. Can he get a
3
3 for 1? He gets a 1 for 1. And now leans
underneath
on Tony as they head through turn number 4. Tony spins with a little bit of light contact.
Yeah, so
Now
Isaac
Tim
up
DeConner
third.
has some free space. We don't like that, Tim. Get yourself back there. Be in the threat zone.
Yeah, Master in second. Tim has plenty of breathing room, looking pretty strong now, but Isaac Price is going to be right there with SRP Master, and I would argue that Isaac Price is the stronger driver here, looking really good through the first corner. RD2 nearly into the back of Isaac Price. He will have wanted to do that. I would call that a near miss rather than a near hit. But everyone clean so far, just trying to run fast to get to the lead. I think the strategy here is big send and hold on for the kill rather than try to run on pace. But all of these guys just pushing hard and avoiding contact.
Yep, watch the send here from Master. He does it on Tim and pitches them both into a spin. Isaac sneaks ahead, and now RD2 sneaks around Isaac as Isaac has to check up. Master and Roney are getting together now.
Yeah, Tim Donater, he's only demoted to second place behind RD2, but he's got Isaac Price behind him now with 2 laps remaining. Does Isaac make the send here? How does he play it?
No, Tim makes the send on RD2 and pitches them both away. Now Isaac has a chance at the lead side by side with RD2. Tim, watching this from P number 3, he will have to go on a send at the hairpin.
Yeah, Isaac got turn 4 a little bit wrong, and that lets RD2 back through, but Tim Donater, though he got into the barrier, still carrying speed through the first corner. All to play
Tim
for
pushes
here.
into Isaac. RD2 spins around, and Tim back into the lead. Isaac clouts him and takes the lead. Roney now
second
back
to
up
third.
to P3, but has a look at P2.
Can Roney get second? I think he can. He's alongside. Not quite enough.
Isaac and Tim DeCanado reversing the last chance heat. RD2 flips over the bounds at the end, but everybody finishes this first semifinal run.
Yeah, that was kind of a snoozer on laps 3 and 4, and then it all heated up there around, laps 7, 8, 9, 10. Roney nearly snuck through, only 600ths behind. Tim Donater there at the end. Tim ran in the lead, got shuffled a couple times, but still manages to get through. But there you go, the immense talent of Isaac Price, JP, right there with the gold star next to his name.
Yep, Isaac Price and Tim Donater straight through to the finals. Roni, RD2, Master, and Tony will have to wait for the last chance run. But first, 2 more heats. Heat 2 will be Leipnix, Lorenzo, Jukka Hideman, Arska, Michael, and Leandro.
Yeah, my money is on Leipnix for this one, or Arska. Arska was pretty strong in his earlier heat. Just snatched the position away from Joni Katila near the end of that race. But Leipnix has been so strong on pace and just avoiding trouble. But as we saw in the last race, so it looked like they were the drivers were going to run cleanly and try to achieve results on pace. Got a little spicier at the end, and Lorenzo was so aggressive earlier. So I think Leipnix needs to look in his mirrors and maybe hope for more than his talent might afford him in the semifinal heat. Grid set, cars at the start-finish line, lights about to come up. Leipnix on pole position, Lorenzo alongside with Jukka Hideman outside the first row. Red lights on, waiting for the green. Now JP taking me to turn 1.
Leandro took a bit of a delay at the start. Arska making a good aggro up to the inside, and will be side by side, 3 wide almost into the hairpin, as that's a sin from Leandro at the hairpin. We love to see that on the start. Leipnix and Juk have the run in top 2. Now looks like Lorenzo, Leandro, and Michael and Arska make up the back. Leandro and Lorenzo have contact in the middle of turn 1. We don't usually see that
and Michael's
happen.
through.
And that lets Michael free and clear up into P number 3 as Arska tries to bump and barge his way back into P3. So those two swap. Leandro and so Lorenzo is towards the back, and so is Jukka Hideman. Leipnix is still
Jukka
in
Hideman,
first with
P2.
Jukka Hideman.
Yeah, Jukka Hideman P2 through all of that carnage. There's a no Michael no from Nico Patola in the chat. Michael looking pretty good there, and then sent backward by Arska. The 2 leaders running close to one another. Hopefully see the big send from Jukka into the hairpin, make this a little bit more interesting, but they both go through there the normal line, no aggression, no fighting. Looking for MRC Michael to try the over-under here. Nope, that's Arska just parking, no, Leandro just parking on the apex and sending Michael backward. Leipnix still in the lead. About 6/10 clear. Still no sins. I think the 2 at the front are content to secure these positions and not compromise each other's races.
There, Leipnix and Jukka might be content to ride like this for a couple laps and then try the aggro towards the end of the race.
Yeah, Michael just got a lag punt from Lorenzo through the hairpin, though that doesn't help him improve beyond 4th. Still pretty far behind P3. Arska has all of this work to do on his own now. Not going to get any help from backmarkers.
Oh, Michael! Oh, Michael having a rough ride there, but lands on his wheels. But that was a rough landing. What's his suspension like? That right side of the suspension has had better days, Travis.
It sure has, but it looks like it will get the job done for the end of this race. Leipnix still well away in the lead. Jukka Hideman about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds behind. A slightly calmer race, this one.
I think Leipnix might be. I think
he's catching Lorenzo.
He's going to try and catch. I think he's going to try not to catch. But I wouldn't be surprised if Michael and Lorenzo back each other up enough that it doesn't matter what Leipnix does.
Yeah, and there's a lot of encouragement from chat for the back markers. That'll be Michael and Lorenzo to make it a bit more interesting. Leipnix is catching them pretty quickly, though. He's only got 1 lap remaining. I think the winner spiritually, at least in all of this, will be Jukka Hideman, who is a long way behind.
Hairpin. Here's Lorenzo, parks up and waits. As they head into the hairpin, Lorenzo goes for the send and gets
he's got it.
Leipnix is in the barrier. That lets
Jukka Hideman's through.
Jukka Hideman through. Can Arska get Leipnex it's going to be very close, but it looks like Leipnex recovers it and will still come in P2. So Lorenzo's saving our race, giving us a little of the action we need, but not enough to disturb the top two other than flipping their positions, Travis.
And Lorenzo hailed as a hero in chat, at least by Harold Oko. But as you said, the positions swapped, but the result is the same. Yuka Hidema and Leipnex are through. Arska close at the end, but not close enough after he got a little bit of help from Lorenzo. Leandro finishes 4th, Michael 5th. Lorenzo keeps it exciting, but finishes 6th. There you go. The race results one more time on the screen. 2 semifinal heats down. I've got it right this time. These are not the finals. These are the semifinals. 1 heat to go before the last chance run.
So Yuka Hidema and Leipnex advance to the finals. Arska, Leandro, Michael, and Lorenzo run to the last chance run.
Grid forming
Our third
now.
and final semifinal heat will be formed. Yes, Gabor, Upsas, Unite, Terho, 136 miles per hour, and Arakia. I think this will be a wild race, Travis.
Yeah, I think so too. Two Sidus drivers running together when it's all on the line, I think is a bad omen for everyone else. But Upsis has been strong, 136 miles per hour strong. 2 B2R drivers, 2 Sidus drivers. This is a rivalry, I think it's fair to say, in Live for Speed, and all of them in the last heat to get into the final for This is CRASHMAAS. I expect some excitement, some bumping, some crashing, some cars on the wrong side of the wall. And
quite a few
just
very
maybe,
competitive drivers in this run.
Yeah, just maybe Terho and Erika can sneak through into the final. Grid set. Drivers at the start line now. We wait for the lights for the final, the last of the semifinal heats. Gabor on pole position. B2R drivers line astern in the middle. Red lights on, red lights off. Green, JP. There they go into turn 1.
Unite bogs down on the start. And Terho up the inside as Upsas and Gabor! Gabor on his side, but lands on his wheels and continues on. With Upsas now getting hit by Unite, and now carnage that we love to see here at the hairpin and we expect to see. Unite sneaks
away
off
in
in
the
the
lead.
lead. Terho and 136 miles per hour side by side with Gabor up at the inside.
Oh, Gabor's got a kill. 136 miles per hour is on his side. I thought he was over the wall, but he's back on his wheels
Nope,
again.
it's landed.
Gabor. Yeah, Gabor going for the aggressive strats, and it only harms himself. Yeah, so Gabor has all the work to do from the back now, JP.
And this has had the effect of spreading our field out, so we're going to have some catch-up and dive bombing to get some action here, Travis.
Some ketchup, maybe some mustard. Unite away in the lead. Terho in second. We said, you know, with the circumstances, a little bit of luck falling their way, that these drivers
136 miles per hour gives a send. Gabor gives a send on the send and spins everybody. That again does not work for Gabor to catch anybody up, but it does get him into P number 4 as 136 miles per hour has some trouble. That car has been very, very narrow, Travis.
Yes, it has. Gabor, as you said, up to 4th, 136 miles per hour at the very back. Unite well away in the lead. Terho just holding on to second position, but Unite running very fast laps. His quickest was a 20.4, so wasting no time. Unite, Nico Pantola trying to get the job done on pace now that he has
Nico
some room
has a
to
back
breathe.
marker to worry about now with 136 miles per hour as Terho gets sent and is on his side now against the wall and is out of bounds. So now Upsas promoted to P number 2, but will that be P number 1 if 136 has anything to say about Unite here at the hairpin? Is he going to weigh anchor at the point? And no,
well,
Nico gives him a punt.
And yeah, 136 miles per hour. He was given a mission by his teammates in chat.
Yeah, Yoni Cattilla is trying to get him to leave Nico alone, but take out everyone else. Gabor is in P3.
Yeah, Gabor in P3 and a long way to catch Upsis. That is, see, we've had a driver spectate. That was Terho. Yeah, he was outside, couldn't do anything to get back in, so decided to throw in the towel. But Gabor, as he comes around to start his 8th lap, the leader will be coming around. That's Nico Patolo will be coming around to start his 9th lap in just a minute.
136 and Upsas are teammates. Will the teammate take each other out? No, they will not.
No, 136 well out of the way to let Upsas through. I think he's
Boo, we
probably
do not
going
like
to
that.
park and hold up Gabor. There's a call from Jag in the chat. 136 send Gabor to the moon, which he has. I think he's let Gabor through, or is he going to try to
So
get
he
the
can
kill in
send
the
him here
hairpin?
at the hairpin. There's the punt. Spins him around.
Yep. Well, so it goes. Erti Ererica now getting a little bit of Gabor for himself. Inside, Gabor getting bullied by everyone. I think this is the one chance of the year that everybody has a chance to bully Gabor around, because he is otherwise spending his time bullying them on pace, on talent in all the other events we broadcast.
Yep.
Unite
Unite
has
comes
finished
across
the
the
race in the
line
lead.
to finish first. Upsas claims the other transfer spot. RT Erica is off and will not complete the lap. Gabor got set before the line, but did cross the line in the air and has completed the race, but still limited to the last chance run, which will happen here in a couple minutes. So taking a look at our results of the third semifinal run, Unite and Upsas running victorious to advance to the final. So we have 6 of our drivers for the final. Gabor, Ariaka, 136 miles per hour, and Terho will run to the last chance qualifier run. And Travis, for those that, and for others that aren't aware, the last chance qualifier run will start shortly. And once I find it in the documentation, I believe the top 4 of the last chance qualifier run in advance to the final.
Yep, not documented yet. We don't have the grid for the last chance run, so it'll be a couple minutes while Roni gets that set for us. Should we take a breather for a minute, JP, and then maybe pull some people into the commentary box for a quick chat?
Let's just review the format here. The last chance qualifier, I believe, is 6 laps, and it will have our 12 drivers that didn't make it through the other semifinals, and then we will have a 20-lap final after that.
20
So
laps.
the top 4 of the last
Long
chance
time
run
for kills.
advance to the finals, Travis.
Yeah, 20 laps, long time for big kills.
And who will join this prestigious list of winners of the most carnage-filled event in sim racing? Looks like Twin Cam will be one of the only ones that can try to make it happen again this year.
I don't think he can.
Actually, no, he didn't. No, he can't. He didn't make the finals.
No, he did not. He will not make the finals. He was too far down the relegation rounds, and he's not in the last chance run. So
we will have a brand new champion this year.
We will, unless there is a sudden change to the rules that allows past champions to run in the final. I don't see that happening. We will, as you said, have a new champion this year. New grid. The last chance run grid getting set now. We have Gabor at the top. We will have, Gabor, Rally Driver 2, RD2, SRP Master will be in there. Lorenzo, who is Lorenzo is certainly driver of the day, at least on the entertainment ballot. Jam Tony, Arska, Terho, Born to Race, 136 miles per hour. MRC Michael still has one more chance to get through. Roni Kronpush is in the last chance run, so Roni could make it into the final for his event. Leandro and Erti Ererica will be in the last chance run. 3 drivers set on the grid now, waiting for the last few to come up. We clearly will not have time for a break, JP, so maybe we bring somebody in and have a quick chat while we're getting the grid set up.
Yeah, let me pick. Let's pick somebody. Twin Cam, welcome back to the commentary box.
Hello.
So how does it feel to be a spectator for the final?
Yeah, well, I think myself and Yared kind of had an idea that was going to happen.
You will at least get to partake in the past champions run after the final.
Yes, we will. That'll be fun.
Can you be the past champions champion?
We'll have to see.
I think there will only be
I could
3 of
wrong,
you
but
in
it
that
looks
race.
like the past champions race will have whoever wins the final here in a few minutes, and then Kapow and yourself, Twin Cam, and Jared Mead.
Yeah,
So it looks like we'll have a 4-racer champions fest.
yeah, it'll be fun. We'll just see who's going to go aggressive off the line.
Will it be you?
Of course.
Excellent.
Who's been the most rabble-rousing up in the lobby here in the TeamSpeak today?
Ooh. I don't know. I'd say probably Tim DC.
Tim,
okay,
really?
We'll ask him of that accusation in a minute. But first, last chance race. Enjoy watching it, Twin Cam.
I will do.
Oh, we're about to get going here, JP.
Yep,
Last
it
grid
is the
is
last
set.
chance. Up that false start.
Yep. Another false start. It's happened again. All right. Well, we'll try this one more time. I guess we have a moment to talk to somebody else. Who should we pull down now?
Yeah, let's bring down Jared. Hey, Jared. So we were just talking to Twin Cam. So now that you're relegated to watching everybody until it's time for the past champions run, do you think you have any chance at salvation in the past champions run?
Oh, absolutely. That's the race I've actually showed up for. Because I mean, that is the main title card tonight. This whole 3-hour schmozzle now, that's just to decide who's worthy to share the track with me.
That
sounds
not
to me
what
like
you're
you've
telling me beforehand.
Yeah, I think you've overdosed on copium, Jared.
So have your pedals been the reason that you have been totally terrible today?
Sure. That
You
my
sound
pedal-
very convinced.
Yeah,
my
non-committal,
pedals, my
Jared.
starting positions. I mean, none of it's my fault. Everyone else's
course
fault
not.
because nobody is giving me the space and the respect I deserve. The pedals are broken. I had the worst grid slot. It's all that. It's all that problem.
You
Did
are not
anything
the
else go
defending
wrong?
king or the current king, so why should anyone respect you? You're just a lowly peasant.
Say that to me during the battle royale when I'm the only 2-time champion in the race.
Ooh.
We'll wait for you to be upside down over the wall at turn 3 then.
It would be a fitting end, either way.
Oh, I'm sure the other ones are going to gang up on me.
I think you're all going to game up on each other, based on what we've seen earlier today. I think every single one of you have been upside down or sideways at one point or another. But grid coming up. Thank you for joining us,
Let's
Jared.
have a race,
We'll,
gentlemen.
yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in the champions race. Waiting for the lights to come up. We have, let's see, about 12, 13
Gabor,
cars
already 12,
on this
should
grid.
be 12 cars.
Yeah, red lights on. Wait for them to go out. Last run before the
Top
final.
4
Cars
is
away
the number to
into
watch
turn
for this one, Travis. And looks like P6, 7, 8 have a bit of a aggro. That gets them spread out. Who's going to make the dive? 136 miles per hour gets the dive on RD2. And now the shunt from behind pulls up. And that's a big, big schmozzle. Love to see it, Travis.
Yeah, but he's helped Gabor through. Gabor now has a huge lead over 136 miles per hour. I don't know how 136 miles per hour came out of that in P2 because he went in a big collision.
Let's go deep
but
send on Gabor, 136. Tries it,
Too
but
far
is
back.
too far back.
Yeah, it's a 1.5
Oh,
second
Michael!
lead. So
Michael was pitched around and bounced a few times and lands on his wheel. So here's a disturbance now chance from Michael as he gets held up even more.
yeah, Michael at the very back or close to it. He's had Roni go through now, so I don't see Michael getting through without a lot of excitement ahead of him. Almost halfway through this race now. Someone upset that Gabor was put at the front of the grid, but I think he earned that spot. Yeah, watching a car backward as Terho backward as Roni goes through alongside Lorenzo. I think that's Lorenzo. Sorry, Tony. Gabor
Gabor
well away in
is
the lead still.
up with Terho and sneaks around him cleanly, but not clearing Terho completely. So Terho has a chance at killing Gabor. Nope, Terho stays back, I believe, and has no run to do that.
Yeah, I don't think
Gabor
Terho got the memo about how this works.
Gabor is inexorably catching Michael.
I heard Leandro is in the wall in the background. Michael politely lets Gabor through. This is
So he
Michael's
can
last
punt him,
chance
but
for
Gabor
revenge.
waits for it and sees it coming. Roni sneaks around and will cause some trouble.
Oh, Roni trying to get the kill on Gabor, but can't do it. Just ends up sending himself sideways. Gabor is through, will win the
Roni's
race.
been pitched over as Gabor wins. BDR 136 miles per hour will come across in second. Third place is backwards after the line. That's Arska. And fourth is Lorenzo. Looks like Roni does not even finish the last chance run.
Now he went over right around the traffic light we're looking at just before the start-finish line. Landed on the outside. No start-finish line extends out there, so Gabor through, wins this, the last chance race, 136 miles per hour, finishes second. Arska and Lorenzo. Lorenzo, by far the most entertaining driver of the day, will make it through top 4 from this race. Get through to the final. SRP, Master, Tony, Arerica, RD2, Michael, Leandro, Roni, and Terho fail to make it through. We now have the competitors for the final in the 2023 This is CRASHMAAS race.
Michael, you were supposed to take Gabor out. Why did you not?
I tried, but he was more clever than me, so I did at least take out Roni, so I think it works.
This is why you're supposed to stay in front of him.
Well, there are different ways to take him out, but this one didn't work, and that was only one opportunity, so yeah, I can try a better way next time.
I'll cut you a break. It's the thought that counts, and you gave it your best. Now that you're out and you're a spectator, your thoughts on the event, because this is a lot of fun for JP and I in the commentary box. How is it in the event?
Well, it's always a great fun. I think this is my 8th or 10th year attending. I was already third and second overall, still waiting for the win. So it's not happening this year, so maybe next time. But I always have fun, and this year is no different. And especially with the attendance record, thanks to the extended server slots.
How many more years until this is an electric car only event?
Well, that's up to Rani to decide, but if it was up to me, this would be the e-challenge round 1.
Oh, interesting.
Do you have anything you'd like to share to the watching millions about e-challenge planning?
There's something in the kitchen being cooked, but it's yet to be revealed, so keep your ears pointed.
Do you want to proffer any date possibilities that we should be at least ears down for announcements and such?
Sure. Well, due to some real-life difficulties, I think it will be happening around March, probably, so that's where you should aim your attention to.
All right. Well, Michael, enjoy watching this final here, and we look forward to seeing you in the bonus run shortly.
You too, have fun.
All right, we are setting the grid, JP, for the final. We should have, if I've counted this correctly, we should have 10 drivers in it. Sidus Unite, Nico Pantola, looks like he will be starting at the front. Yuka Hidema, 621 alongside. Isaac Price, Leipnix behind those two. Born to Race, Ipsos, Tim Dicknotter, Sidus Gabor. Further down the grid, has some work to do ahead of Born to Race, 136 miles per hour, his nemesis in the last chance run. Ahead of Arska and Lorenzo, starting at the back of the grid.
As we
Drivers.
ready up, just who will be added to this dubious list of winners of This is CRASHMAAS?
Dubious indeed. We will have a new winner this year. My money at this point is on Gabor. He's won everything else. I think he can win this too. Here we go. Grid for the final is set. 20 laps this time around. 10 drivers on the grid waiting for the lights. 1 red, 2 red. We will be going green shortly for the final. Green, we're away. JP, take him into turn 1 for the final.
All that matters is being number 1, 20 tours around. Who's going to make the big effort on the Sen Gabor is 4th going into the chicane, but has been spun into Isaac Price. There is contact as we've come to expect and know and love, and everybody's still on their wheels right now, and it looks like Unite will lead. The first tour doesn't matter. 19 more to go.
Yeah, Leipniak's got shoved to the back, but everybody running more or less line astern now. Unite done by Yuka Hidema in turn 1, but now squeaks ahead into the lead. Squeaks Yuka Hidema into
was
the
pinned
wall.
up against the wall for a moment at the hairpin and has now dropped back to about 6th or 7th place and spins himself trying to bump and run on Lorenzo, and now has been spun around by Leipniak. So Gabor having a very, very bad day.
Yeah, Gabor at the very back now with Arska alongside. He has a lot of work to do to get up to the lead. Unite still in front with Yuka Hidema behind him. Yuka Hidema actually just through coming out of the hairpin. So Yuka Hidema ahead of Unite. Upsus behind him. Lorenzo not far behind. Lorenzo, who has been creating carnage earlier in the day, now in the running at the very front. Ooh, big shunt,
And
JP,
looks
into
like
turn
Yuka
into
Hidema
the
was up on
hairpin.
his side, buried in the wall, and stuck, and now back towards the back with Gabor and company.
And
Upsess
in the
leads
lead.
from Tim Canotter from Unite and Lorenzo. Top 4 all together in this action for the grand prize of it all, as Lorenzo punts Unite around and gets 2-for-1 special and gets around Tim Canotter.
Yeah, and Upsus notably far enough ahead going into the hairpin that he didn't have to worry about a big send from behind unless somebody is willing to go full throttle and plow into him, not even attempt to make the corner.
Yes.
He's clear enough. We'll see if Lorenzo tries the punt. Just
Lorenzo
misses it,
didn't
but
get
Tim
it, but
Donato
Tim
gets
did
it.
get it spun Lorenzo around, and everybody else is piling in full send, so Upsess stays in the lead and doesn't even lose a gap with everybody else faffing around behind them, Travis.
Yeah, I think I would say doesn't lose the gap. The gap's actually gotten a little bit bigger, but Unite comes away better from all of that. He'd been shuffled down to 5th. Now he's up to 2nd once again. Lorenzo has gone from 2nd or 3rd to 7th. Meanwhile, Gabor cannot make up any ground. There's a car in reverse coming into the hairpin. There's
136
3
miles
wide.
per hour. Does this pull around? That has usurped Upsess. Or no, it has not.
No,
Yes,
Upset's
actually,
still in the lead. Those
Upset's still
136
clear
miles
in the
per
lead
hour.
now, and Unite behind, but has mucked around everybody behind. Yuka Hidema is back up to 3rd position.
Yeah, but Unite is catching Upset. Unite, Nico Pantola so quick in clean air.
Lorenzo's on his side. Will he recover? No.
No!
Out of bounds is Lorenzo,
out.
so his chance at being on the list of shame is gone.
Yeah, Gabor will pick up a couple spots because there's another car upside down coming through turn 4. That'll promote Gabor to 8th. Not even halfway through this race yet, but Gabor, a lot of work to do. At the front, Upsa still leading. Unite chasing. Is he closing the gap? It stays even, about 1.7 seconds. Lots of cars side by side. Gabor about to catch a couple more. Isaac Price trying to get past this born to race machine of 136 miles per hour. Gabor catching, but he has a lot of work yet to do. Unite pulled to 10th on Upsus, but still hasn't changed at the front. Oh, Gabor goes for the kill there, but ends up doing himself, goes backward into the barrier and actually loses time. I think that's Arska behind him now, or maybe ahead. Yeah, Gabor may have picked up one spot, but ends up losing time to the cars ahead of him. Halfway through this race now, Unite ever so slowly catching. That's 136 miles per hour, gets through Isaac Price, sends him into the wall. That's going to let someone through. Oh, that's Tim Donato who was through, but then ends up spinning into the barrier, and Gabor is past.
Gabor has claimed another spot up to P6 now, and now is caught up to Isaac, who's being held up by 136 miles per hour. No blue flags to help you there. Tim goes for the kill on Gabor, doesn't get any help. Arska is now involved as there's a series of kills here. And
Yeah,
Isaac and 136 miles per hour are sideways. Upsass is now behind all of this, and Upsass now has his teammate to help him with Gabor just ahead. Unite is
Gabor
catching up as Unite, and now 136 miles per hour spins
Unite
and hits his teammate. That lets Unite forward, side by side for the lead with 6 laps to go at the line.
Gabor is ahead of these guys. Isaac Price goes
pitches
plowing into all of them.
Up into Unite and Upsas and takes the lead. And Yoko Hidema now in P2 with Upsas and Unite in 3rd and 4th, with Unite and Upsas side by side into turn 1.
Unite is past Upsas, and Gabor, his teammate, is ahead of him on the road. Gabor could still figure into this. I don't think he can win, but he can help Unite.
Unite takes out Yoko Hidema, and Upsas takes Unite out. Unite is over the bounds, out of the ballpark.
But he's on his wheels. Can he get back in? I don't think he can compete, but he can try to get back in. Can he do it? I don't think he can. He's out. Oh, it's over. He's doing donuts.
Yoko Hidema currently with the lead. Upsas pitches him almost out of the ballpark.
20.18 by Leipniaks. Leipniaks has come up to 3rd, 136 miles per hour. Yuka Hidema is just doing everything he can to avoid getting killed, letting guys through, jumping on the brakes, easy on the throttle.
Upsas goes in for a pitch at the first turn.
Yeah, that's Upsas in the lead.
Yuka Hidema weighs anchor going into the hairpin.
Yeah, Jag encouraging Tim Donater. Tim Donater could still win this race. Leipniaks not far behind these guys. Oh, Yuka Hidema's gotten turn 4 all wrong, but so has Upsas. Upsas still in the lead. Tim Donater not that far behind. He could still figure into it, but he's running out of time. Leipniaks tries to get under Yuka Hidema. He does at the hairpin. Leipniaks is up to P2, runs Yuka Hidema into the wall, but Upsas coming down to the second to last lap. Upsas a clear lead.
There's a big problem at the hairpin for Upsas. Upsas in traffic with Gabor. Leipniks has been spun around by Yuka Hidema. Upsas is clear of Gabor, but Gabor is behind him.
Will Gabor try to get the kill here and upset this race? He's got one more chance coming into the hairpin, and he's right there.
It's the final time through the hairpin. Gabor on a send, punched Upsas, but Upsas weighing the anchor very early to cover that off. Upsas gets punched into the wall. Here is a battle. Isaac Price is up the inside, but I believe he's a lap down.
Yeah, Yuka Hidema doesn't have time to get through.
A chance too close, but Upsas is the winner of the 2023. This is CRASHMAAS.
Well, Twin Cam could not win. He was unable to defend his championship, but his teammate, Upsas, after tons of carnage behind him, is able to hold the lead. He was in the lead or near the lead for so long, drops anchor, drags the brakes, slow where he needed to be, fast when he needed to be to avoid getting taken out, and Upsas is the winner of the 2023 edition of This Is CRASHMAAS. Good for him.
Our final results. Upsas is the winner, and he will join the champions, past champions, for the champions run here in just a couple minutes. Yuka Hidema tried it, but could not make it work. Leipniks tried it, but was taken out with 2 or so laps to go. Arska, Tim Donater, Isaac Price, Gabor, 136 miles per hour, all also failing in their efforts. Unite and Lorenzo pitched out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunate for Unite. He was looking so good there, and then just flipped over the wall. It happens so quickly and so easily when cars get in side by side, sideways into that barrier. Landed on his wheels, but no way back in. I think I'm going to make an appeal to Roney that next year there should be a ramp that allows cars to get back in. If you land on your wheels, you need a chance to get back in the race without just flipping yourself over the barrier, hitting it just right. But that's how it goes. Upsas wins after everyone else take themselves out. Yuka Hidema from nowhere, nearly, with help from Gabor, nearly able to take the win himself, only 1 second behind. But there we have it, a new, absolutely deserving champion. Well done by Upsas all day, and gets the job done in the final.
All right. While we wait for the past champions, let's see who we could talk to. Let's try and talk to Isaac. How about that? Isaac Price, welcome back to the commentary box. P6 in the final. What'd you think of the run?
Hello.
Hello.
I didn't hear any. Wasn't really paying attention. So I
You
didn't hear
ignore me
that
anyway,
question.
so I'm used to it. But P6, bad luck not winning today, but very good work trying to disturb Upsets, but Upsets seemed unbeatable.
Yeah, my car was just damaged already, like pretty bad from the first lap. So it was just about crashing into as many people as I could, basically. So I had a nice battle with Gabor, and on the last lap, obviously everyone was screaming to crash Upsas, and I tried to like bounce off Gabor to get like a run on Upsas to try to crash him, but it didn't work. So, but yeah, GG.
All right, good work today to make the finals, though, and enjoy watching the Battle Royale with the past champions. You looking forward to the bonus run?
Yeah, it should be really good fun. So, well,
Can you win the bonus run?
I think
cars on track.
anyone can win the bonus run. So,
Well, I'm pulling for you, Isaac.
yeah, it's gonna be carnage.
All right, thanks, Isaac.
All right, who else is up there?
Tim DeKnauter, bad luck, finished 5th in the final. Not have to try another year. 13 was not your year, apparently.
Yeah, it's not my year this year, but I hope get another champion on the throne again. So that's 3 for 3. Now, hopefully,
except he's
I'm
not-
next.
Except he's not in the team speak for an interview, so feel free to throw some shade at him for that.
Yeah, I know. He told in team chat he won't do interviews.
Well,
He even told me in game that he doesn't want to speak.
Yeah, I didn't want to do an interview, so
Yeah,
Well, Tim,
Tim-
you looking forward to the bonus run?
yeah, it's gonna be good fun. Anybody can win that. Just need a little luck, and hope we had a nice ending of the evening.
we did. It looked about 3 laps left. It looked like you had a chance, and then I think someone collected you, and then finally took you out of contention there.
Yeah, I picked up damage to my suspension, and at the end I just couldn't put the pace up anymore.
Oh well, so it goes. You had a good run. You entertained us, and we thank you for that. And now we're near the end of the year, and we should be thankful for everything that happened in the last year. We're thrilled that you guys in the MRC team put on so many great events. So thanks for joining. Good effort, and thanks for all you do.
Good night, guys.
Cheers,
Thanks,
buddy.
Tim. All right, Twin Cam, Jared, you got the Battle Royale coming up. If I saw Martin in here, I'd drag him in, but what's
He's
your
not in
guys'
chat.
strategy?
Why
Kill
were
Mar-
there's two
uh,
teammates here?
Kill Meaty.
Kill Meaty. Good
Yeah.
strategy. Jared,
All
do you try to work together with Martin Capal, or are you just on your own, fingers crossed?
Martin and I don't work well together. That's a proven fact. So no, I think I'm on my own here against two teammates, and I don't know. I'm in this alone.
Weren't you 2 teammates for BF1?
I've never done BF1.
Yes, you've done BF1. I'm sure you've done BF1. Maybe you haven't done. Not
I
BF1.
assure you, I've not done.
E-challenge. Brain fart. I'm sorry.
No,
Weren't you
we
teammates
were.
for E-challenge?
No, we were not.
Okay, you just had similarly colored cars then. That's my mistake.
There's a story there. I'll tell you sometime.
Fair enough. Anyway, so your strategy is just hope and pray for the final, while 2 teammates probably murder you and then fight among themselves for the win. But what can you do? Do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
No, just bury the throttle and smash it into any car around me.
Fair enough. Twin Cam,
you do
you
in
got to be
standard
thrilled for your
racing.
teammate.
Oh,
you
I
couldn't,
am. I'm
yeah, you couldn't
thrilled.
defend your championship today, but Born to Race there at the top 2 years in a row.
Exactly, the crown is where it belongs.
All right, well, good on you guys. Good luck in the champions race, and yeah, well, give us a race to remember.
Oh, we'll try. Enjoy, guys.
Hopefully one of you win it so we can talk to you afterwards. Good luck, boys.
Thanks.
All right, Travis, we're getting it, getting the grid set up. Flame is not currently in the game server at all either, and looks like Kid is asking him to attend. We do have
Yeah,
Doris, who
I don't
won
think
in
it's supposed to be there.
2018.
Oh, he did win in 2018. You're right. I missed that on the past winners. That's my bad.
Zdenek, you want to join us for the Legends run?
Oh yeah, just let me mute the stream so I don't hear it twice.
Where's Martin?
Beats me. I didn't know he left.
Me neither.
Well, I hope he comes because we alerted him on Discord, and now it's up to him to show his little himself for this ultimate show-off.
Yeah, he has to defend his honor at least to some extent. He cannot be repeat champion today, but he can at least attempt to win the champions race.
Yeah, being champion of champions, it can be bigger than being just a measly CRASHMAAS winner.
I could not agree more, but I think he's about to miss it because the grid is set and they are about to turn the lights on. So, here we go. Second to last race of the day. Lights about to come on. There's 1 red, 2 red. Off we go. Champions of champions are green. Zadoris from pole. Take it away, guys.
Doris gets the lead away from Meaty. Our brand new champion Upsass is in third, so a 2-on-1 and a 2-on-1. Meaty gets pitched out and upside down and over the bounds by Twin Cam. So Meaty, unfortunate luck, man.
I think we have to pull him in the commentary box for this. Someone is dying in the background.
Jared, that was
What a
fantastic.
start.
Good work.
Incredible. Well, so much for that.
That worked incredibly well against you.
Dirty, dirty, shameful collusion amongst teammates.
You deserve that.
Shame.
Well, you don't sound
Upsass
put
has
out
the
by it.
lead. You can't even do anything about it, Jared.
Well, Jared, since you were unceremoniously dumped on the wrong side of the wall, I think now you get to be an honorary commentator. You can, as long as you keep the language clean, you can make as many disparaging remarks about your competitors as you like.
Number 1, I'm cheering for Desordis, and come on, go get him.
All right, fair enough. Twin Cam third, crossed the line, but Upsus, I think, is about to become the champion's champion unless somebody decides to break the rules and go backwards because he is a country mile ahead of Zadoris.
Hey, Twin Cam, I have a crazy, crazy idea. What if you were to slow down and hold up the leader?
It's a good thing he can't hear you.
Oh no, is he muted? Oh, he's not in here.
Yeah, we'll drag him in. We'll disturb him. Go, Jared.
I got a crazy idea, Twin Cam. I need you to slow down and hold up the leader.
I can do that.
Yeah.
You got 1
Here we
lap to
go.
do it. Hurry up.
Final lap for Upsass. I think Twin Cam is very keen
Gotta
to
do it now.
see his teammate get a double win today.
Nah.
Not as much.
Oh, somebody's waiting around the final corner.
Oh no!
Gets him, but not in time. Upsass gets the double win. That was pathetic, Twin Cam.
Shameful.
I tried.
Shameful.
Come on, what do you want from me? He's my teammate.
All right, well done to you guys. Born to race, champions 2
you know
years
who
running.
we need to really provide shame for this? Martin Capel. He didn't show up.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And Pete decided that he had to drive to Manchester Airport instead today.
I'm
Well,
just happy
yeah, we
that
don't
I got
blame him for
media.
All right, nicely done, everyone.
So-
well done.
The bonus run will be next. I assume everybody in here except Travis and I will be racing in it.
Yeah, probably.
What's your plans, Zdenek? Are you hanging out here or are you racing? Sounds like he's racing or having another snack, for which I cannot
Oh
blame him.
yeah, I
because
was
it's,
having a drink. Actually,
there you go.
A
Are you
stiff
having
one?
a beer?
Just a regular drink. I've planned to enhance my driving skills with some strong spirits, but alas, I'm not in a shape to do it today.
Understand. That's how these. That's how holidays go.
So the Legends race was won by Upsass, Dezoris, Twin Cam, and Meaty, providing us the unequivocal most boring race of the entire day.
Ooh, it's worth noting. I have spectating in the game, I have my cameras on Twin Cam, and he spectated. Twin Cam, you're the only one I've seen today with the right strategy for getting back in if you've been shunted out.
Yeah, you go down and hit the wall as hard as you can.
Well, and you got to get it sideways up
Oh,
on
yeah.
the wheels and kind of roll it over. Everybody, I saw Doctor earlier was trying to do it head on. I think your teammate's running a different race now. He's headed for the actual Fern Bay start finish line. Oh no, he's getting a big run at this at the background. Yeah, there's lots of carnage and lots of shenanigans in the background while we get the bonus race ready in behind the broadcast scene. Yeah, Upsus is okay. He is no longer taking this seriously. The champion has already gotten into the champagne, perhaps into the whiskey bottle. He has disappeared into the sunset. Once again, the format for the bonus run, much like the final, will be 20 laps around the V3 Bullring at Fern Bay. Two
With
corners,
added
one
toys.
with added toys.
Have you seen the bonus run before, Travis?
I have seen the bonus run before.
Okay, we have no idea what Roni has done for this.
There are
shortly he will
enhancements.
return everybody to pit lane, and we'll reload the layout, and then we will know what we are facing.
How many cars will we have for this? I think we'll probably have the better part of 40.
If we can fit 40 in, we will fit 40 in.
We still have far more than that connected, so yeah, I think the top 40
First come,
will
first
be
serve.
on. Yeah. Let's see, we've got Sim Broadcast soaking up 4 of those 50 connections. So yeah, we'll have a few drivers left out, but we should have a full grid unless we have some drivers elect not to participate, which I don't anticipate because this has been so much fun for everyone involved. Waiting
Somewhere
for
there
Roni
will
to
be
get it all
a
set.
tire stack Christmas tree. As
Christmas
is
tree.
tradition, there'll be a
Christmas
ramp
tree.
hidden behind some tires, or around some tires, or a ramp into some tires. Those are traditional. And we have Travis. We have no idea what the grid will be like. It will not be a nice traditional 3x3 or 2x2 or anything like that. Maybe gridded nose to a wall. Maybe gridded nose to nose.
Maybe gridded in the paddock.
They
Make it
could
a
be
nice
they
funnel
could be gridded
squeeze.
on the beach off of the Fern Bay Green back straight and have to figure out a way to get back here.
Well, I would love that. That sounds great. All I can say is that I'm dying of the anticipation here. I want to see. Oh, there we go. Cars return to
All
grid.
cars return to the pit lane, and some people
Not following instructions.
not following the do not move.
There we go. I've made fun of the grid. Unite is moving, though he's not been told to move. I see moving. I see headlights popping up and down in the background. I think that counts as moving, wouldn't you say? I think everyone gets a penalty.
Let's go to a camera view.
Well, now we just have to find the right one. Now that we have the director behaving, we can't find the right shot. Still lots of headlights winking while we wait for a grid. There we go. Reloaded. Oh, dear. Yeah, so you can just see. All right, I think we're about to restart the race. Here we go.
Yep,
Bonus
just having a
round
restart.
coming up.
What is this?
And that is exactly what you, was one of your predictions.
Oh my god.
Yeah, one of JP's predictions is a whole bunch of cars in grid spots just facing one another. Gabor has called it parking simulator, and the lights are up. Yeah. Lights coming up shortly. And waiting for green. There we go. You can see on the global camera in the background, everyone trying to get from their grid spots away. That is a car through a huge curve. That's Roni. Roni, dirty, rotten, hacks, cheats, away in the lead, though I see Tim Donater listed as the leader ahead of him. No, Roni definitely away. Roni Roni, dirty, rotten cheater, knew what the layout would be and flies away from everyone else, but I seriously doubt this will hold up given how many cars are on the grid and how some of them are still trying to get away from the grid start. Yeah, JP, somehow Roni's still in the lead, though he has a lot of back markers to work with now. All right. Once again, a few final troubles with the director, so JP is trying to sort that out in the background. All right, Zdenek, are you still here with me? What do you make of this?
Well, I am extremely sad because I didn't join in time and I can't participate. So yeah, I make of this exactly like smashing the keyboard like crazy, hoping that I will join later on.
Just keep hitting Shift J. Don't give up. 3 laps gone. Roni about to start the 4th, going around these diabolical curbs he has created, coming up the hill and across the line. There we go. The top-down view of the mayhem that Roni has created on this circuit. Roni's somehow still in the lead, and cars circulating mostly without causing too much trouble. Now Roni into drivers who are trying to ruin his race somehow gets away. This is incredible to me that Roni still has not been stopped by the flying objects, flying cars,
And
colluding
you have to
competitors,
remember,
etc.
Roni can't advantage himself by setting the grid because it's a random grid, and he can't control how LOS randomizes the grid.
Well, I think perhaps he's advantaged himself by virtue of knowing what he had concocted.
That does help.
Yeah, it sure does.
But he didn't have this design till just recently. So Isaac Price is upside down in the area of the hairpin.
Provost, I just saw Provost in the background as Roni went by. He is also upside down. Pantheo trying to kill Roni, can't do it. Ends up getting killed himself. Magic punting into him. Ooh, now Roni has run into trouble. Tim Degnater is somewhere behind him trying to catch up. Not too far behind by the look. Yeah, so Roni's just gone through the hairpin. Tim Degnater is not too far behind. Roni still through, though. A valiant effort by all of his competitors, but Roni, a third of the way through this race, still somehow winning it.
Just an overhead look at all this carnage, which is great to see. Looks like Roni's into the hairpin now.
And we'll everybody take your hats off for JP. He's doing commentary and also working the camera manually. Pete's final work of malice before he disappeared on vacation was to ensure that the director would not work during this, the final event of the day. So we got JP looking for the working from the impromptu helicopter camera.
Wars here.
Yeah, and that's Tim Degnater about to go around the outside of them. I think, no, that's Yarda, Yaroslav Donalik. Where is, Tim Degnater has been demoted to 3rd. Jammin has come through. And he's not far behind. He's right there. Going to go over this curb. Can he land on Roni? No, but he is catching. Jammin is through. How about that? So Roni now punted Jammin backward over that curb. Terho trying to ruin Roni's race. Roni is backward. Terho through. Leptiex through. Jammin. Oh, Jammin might be upside down. He has not come through. Nope. Yeah, Michael was ever so close to taking the lead. Now there with Jammin. Roni still in the lead. Tim Degnater through after getting shuffled backward. Yeah, Jammin looked like he had it figured out for half a lap and is now in desperate trouble. Tim Degnater has resumed 2nd place. He's gone by JP2, who has decided to just live upside down. Tim Degnater he's gone over one of the hay bales in an awkward way and turned himself around. Thea Muley now up to 2nd place.
Roni's been spun.
Roni. Yeah, but he's recovered again. He's been spun several times and he's nearly been pitched over, but halfway through this race, somehow still in the lead. Gore, who created so much entertainment for us earlier, has an opportunity here. Will he give? Oh no, he almost gave Roni the big punt, but he hit that barrier at full speed and ended up doing himself. Roni still in the lead, JP.
Yeah, a bunch of cars littering the outside of the track and just watching this Christmas tree. We got somebody upside down right by the Christmas tree. That's the doctor in the black car. Ronnie gets hit by him and 136 miles per hour, so another jam up at the turn 2 area.
Tim DeGnotter is through. Tim is ahead of Roney, but 136 miles per hour has gone by. Thea Muley is in the lead, but all three of them running together. 136 miles per hour tries to get the kill on Thea Muley. It sends him over the curb. Tim DeGnotter takes the ideal line around the outside, and he's through. Roney's on his side. Oh, Roney might be able to. He might be able to work the steering wheel to get it on its wheels, but he is mired against the wall. I think Roney is done. Tim DeGnotter takes the lead. 12 laps gone. Well, this is exciting, JP.
Tim and the Helmuley having a nice battle here as the apex at turn 4 has been moved. Tim DeConator has lead and all expertly avoiding the carnage on the start line.
Meanwhile, behind all of these guys, reigning champion Upsas has worked his way through the mayhem all the way up to third place. He is about to come through past Thea Muley. He does. He is now in second position. Not far behind Tim DeGnotter. Upsas using a lot of curb there. That's risky. He is right behind Tim DeGnotter coming into the first corner now. This reprofiled first corner. Tim DeGnotter gets held up by Leipnieks. Upsas gives him the punt. There he goes. Upsas, he's got to get through Finn UK, and there he is. Doctor goes through. Doctor's a back marker. Upsas, reigning champion, now in the lead. Tim DeGnotter has come back, though Upsas punts him out of the way, and now Upsas firmly in control of the lead. Roney upside down in front. Upsas found a concrete block somewhere inside all of the hay bales. Tim DeGnotter has rolled it just as he came past. Upsas dangerously on the outside here. Leipnieks punts him into the concrete barriers, and Upsas now stuck on one of those barriers. Thea Muley has gone through and is well clear of Upsas now. So Thea Muley looking like he's in good shape in the final 4 laps of this race, excuse me. Though it's not all over yet for Upsas. Are you still there with us, JP, or is the camera too much to handle?
I'm very busy watching the camera at this moment since we're in
well,
brass tacks time.
I got it covered. Thea Muley well in control, just a couple seconds up the road from Upsas. Upsas has 3 laps. He's going to take a big jump over the barrier there. Risky move. Can't make up any ground on Thea Muley. Thea Muley has back markers to contend with. Thea Muley turned around backward and is high-centered on one of those curbs, and now Upsas right behind him with a lot of back markers in the way. Upsas going to give him the punt up onto the high banking. Yarda in the way, upside down. Thea Muley, did he get through? Thea Muley did get through side by side with Upsas as we come around to start the 19th lap. And in all that, Yemen has gone into the lead and well clear of these two. He's through the hay bales on lap 19. I don't see him when I'm looking ahead from Upsas's car. He's going into the hairpin now. Lots of back markers. Upsas getting harassed from behind. Thea Muley trying to get by. Upsas is going to get punched into Yarda again. Leipnieks gets through. Upsas, I think his campaign for winning 3 in a row
Final
may be
lap
over.
For Yemen.
Yeah, Yemen coming through. Right
Helmuley
side of
looks
the
like he's
Christmas
trying
tree.
to ease closer, but was that the Helmuley flipping I saw?
No, Thea Muley still on his wheels. But Upsas is through, trying to get by Leipnieks, but he is too far behind Yemen. I think Yemen is going to win. He is indeed coming across the line. Now Yemen wins the bonus race. Hell of an effort by Upsas, champion, and then the champion's champion to take second place after he was in the lead for so long. Leipnieks will not, I don't think Leipnieks will be third. He may be, but a lap behind, waiting for the rest of the results to come in. More cars coming across the line. About 10, 12 or so have finished. And we'll wait to see who ends up being. There we go. Thea Muley in the third place, 19 seconds behind. Yemen wins the bonus race. Upsas second, almost makes it a hat trick in the final races of the day. But he is the champion, the 2023. This is CRASHMAAS champion for Born to Race. 2 in a row for the Born to Race team after Twin Cam wins last year. And I think that just about does it for us, JP.
Yes, sir. We will pull you up the results here shortly. But Travis, what a day this has been.
Yeah, this is such an exciting event. So clowny, so silly. Some might say stupid, but one of the most fun events of the year. Everybody gets a chance to unwind, crash into each other for no good reason at all. Results coming up now. Those are the results for the... Here we go. That was the results for the Champions race. Waiting for the results now for the bonus race. It is Yamin, however you want to pronounce this, at the top, with Upsus coming second, Thea Muley in third, and we'll have the rest of them on the screen shortly. JP, what else do we have to say about this event?
It has been a beautiful event. Good to see the amount of people that have participated. Let's see if we can drag some people down for a chat here in these dying moments. Twin Cam and Jared are still in here.
Heyo.
Let's bring Tim in. Let's bring Michael. Let's see if we can get Provost, Yarda, Finn UK. We'll just bring the whole smash down here and see who talks to us. So everybody that was in the lobby is now in the commentary box. So if you don't want to talk to them, disappear.
Oh, no. Nobody talked to them.
Yeah. Okay. So TeamSpeak user, I sound like I heard Nico Pantola in there.
No, it's not me.
Michael, we got Genetic Gash, we got Provost, we got Dunlick, Jared does not lead. Finn, you okay? I see you there. Panteo.
Tim rocking the open mic.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, what's everyone think of today's event?
It's rigged. As usual.
As the official last place runner in the whole event, I can say it was alright.
I failed again.
I think, Finn UK, I think you get the award for first one pitched out of bounds on the day.
Yes, most likely, yes. All the
But did you have fun anyway?
Yes, he did.
Good. Tim, you almost came away with the win in the bonus race there, and then, well, the typical carnage kind of undid it for you.
Yeah, I expected nothing less. I told you before, it's pure luck, and one bad move and you're done for.
Yep, but there's always next year.
Yeah, I told the guys, next year the victory is mine. I'm not helping anybody anymore till I got a win.
I think maybe now that you've revealed your intent, your strategy for next year, I'm going to suggest that perhaps your strategy this year was a little bit off. That if you ever suggested helping anyone, maybe that was your undoing.
Yeah, no, we decided early on that we would help each other through the last chance qualifiers and stuff, but next year I'm gonna drive more for me, and I'm not gonna sacrifice anything.
Well, we look forward to it.
But now that he's let us all know that he's not helping next year, it's on.
I helped you guys 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Never again.
Yeah, I don't say
we'll
never.
Have 366 days to plan for it. Leap year 2024, so
yeah,
we know. Day to plan. Was anybody in here a first timer to the event?
I actually was. I haven't done it before.
So what's your impression of it?
Well, after like 18 years playing the game, I've got to say, yeah, it was good fun.
Even though it only lasted you one lap.
That's right. Basically, I had one competitive lap, well, half a competitive lap, and that was the end of my sort of competition. But no, it was great fun.
Will you do it again next year?
It's all about, really.
We did tell you the tequila was a bad idea.
Didn't have enough. That's my problem.
Well, there you go. Tim, more strategies for next year. So look out for yourself and don't help anyone else, and perhaps more tequila.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the tequila. My stomach doesn't
Throw
agree
some
with
bourbon.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be tequila. Any spirit will do.
I'm doing rum coke this year, so probably will be
there
the
you go.
same next year.
Yeah, but you need more of it next year.
I need to drink less before. I'm
No,
just
no.
No,
I-
drink more.
I-
Tea.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
not-
your problem.
I'm not feeling the effects. I almost got to a quarter bottle.
That's
It's
not
important
enough.
to note. It's important to note for our viewers at this point that it is okay to clown around with a few drinks in a race that doesn't matter where you're meant to crash into each other. Do not do it in your competitive events, and certainly not on the road.
Yes, and also
And if you're
remember,
This
driving
message
anywhere
brought
after
to
this,
you
do
by
not
your
drink and
friends at
drive.
Sim Broadcast.
and this is the most important race of the year.
Yes.
So, so a couple of Fragmaster folks in here. GTI Thursday, Fox Friday, coming up. I had a good year of both of them. Ready for a 2024 season, I assume.
Absolutely. It's been an amazing year in Fox Friday, I think, this year.
I think broadcasting Fox Friday races this season has been the best decision so far.
For the broadcasters, because really, at the end of the day, you need a race of that caliber.
Yeah, they are fantastic events. Great fun to watch, too. So it's a thrill to broadcast it. It's a shame that I can only do them here and there, but I do watch them at work every day. Well, not every day. Every Friday. And they're great. So thank you guys for putting them on.
You're welcome.
Right, and we know Michael Malik has told us to look for some news sooner rather than later about e-challenge to start sometime, probably March time.
Where's the internal combustion engine challenge?
Yep. And then we Provost, anything you want to say about GT4 or GT2 related vehicles?
Stay tuned. Very soon. More sooner than you think. Hopefully.
All right. Well, Travis, final thoughts on the day?
That was a blast. I look forward to doing it again next year. I hope Tim Tagnotter can win it, or Twin Cam can become a repeat champion, or JP can become a champion for NDR, or it goes better for Yaroslav Donalik, or that Finn UK gets more than one lap. I hope lots of things, but this event is a thrill. I want to see everybody back next year, and I really enjoyed sharing the commentary box with you to bring it to our friends, our viewers, everyone who watches Sim Broadcasts.
Yep, and let's hope Pete remembers to not schedule something else on This is CRASHMAAS.
Right.
He needs to, one, defend his title, and two, needs to be here for a broadcast. But thanks to him and Elmo for helping in the background today, and Travis for joining me in the commentary box.
Thank you very much.
So, Obsess adds his name to the list of past champions of the This is CRASHMAAS. 13 down. None told how many more we have left. Next year will be number 14 in 366 days. Look for it around 1800 UTC on December 26th, 2024. So for Travis Mellinger, Elmo, Chris McElroy, and Peter Butcher in the background, I am John Palmer, and thanks to Ronnie Crumpush for putting on the event. Thanks to all of you for racing and joining us for the broadcast. We'll see you in 2024 from Sin Broadcast TV. Have a good day, everyone.